Hey, and we're live. Hello everybody, and welcome to our Overly Bright Twitch channel. Now you're here with your toes and our somewhat tepid waters. I guess we better introduce yourselves. We're the Bloodthirsty Puppets. I am Blood Puppet, and I'm definitely going to laugh at you when you hurt yourself. Couple of rules about chat before we get too much further. Don't be at all about someone's race, don't be at all about someone's gender, most importantly, don't be at all.
Or a screwdriver.
Thank you very much, and thank you for the host/follow, because it's so small on my screen I can't actually read it, but thank you either way. Alright, so tonight we are doing Friday Night Spiced, which is using our Spiced system. I can't tell you where it's set because tonight PMing is our wonderful Thirsty in our second lot of one-shot farming. So, as of this point, I'm going to pass everything over to him. Yes, I was pointing the right way. Nailed it.
Right, well, hello everyone. I should be leading you through a wonderful little action movie vision in the glorious and utterly fictional American city of Sun City. Because I'm terribly original, and that doesn't sound like a comic book at all. Right, tonight we have with us the glorious Spanners and Roastie. Yes. So, not only am I terrified of screwing this up, but I have guests.
You're going to screw it up in front of guests, no pressure. And a live, active audience, no pressure, dude.
Yeah, but they can't talk back to me, like,
Yes, they can.
instantly in real time.
Yes, they can. Well, okay, 7-second delay, I think.
Yeah, it doesn't go in my ear holes. Right, so we shall have as a close. Well, do we want to introduce the characters, or do you want me to do it for you?
No, we should introduce ourselves. Alright, I'll start. I'm Blood Puppet. Today I'm playing Nicole, also known as Bamf. She is a forcibly retired police officer who, since retiring, now owns a lot of cats and cares for a lot of cats. That's Nicole for you. Let's move around. Let's go down to Corone.
Hi, I'm Corone, and I will be playing Lucas Trelgobor. He's so funny, he doesn't even know his own surname. He's in his early 50s, and he's fucking huge. He's got Picard-style grey fringe in his hair. Yes, he's rather large, and he's called Cuss as his nickname because that's what people do when they see him because of his size. He moved to Sun City on a cultural exchange program over 30 years ago, don't you know? When his country went a bit shit, and is an excellent detective but still struggles at times with English, and he's unsure what will happen to him. These are wise.
Awesome.
I think we're going to move directly to the right.
So, I'm Spanners, and I am playing Becca, also known as Tank. I am the most dangerous person in most rooms. I am tall, and I have muscles in places you don't even have muscles. And thighs that can crush a man's head. I am a 9th generation cop from a huge family of police officers, and the force was my life. When my marriage fell apart, it was because I lost my job, and because I was forced to retire. I have no idea what to do next.
Oh, you pass it along. So you point at the next person.
Roastie.
Okay, I am Roastie, playing Sergeant Thomas T. Thompson, Triplicate. A short, dark, sparsely built single man in his mid-40s with thinning hair. Sergeant from a family of Captain Trip Thompson was excellent at being a policeman and terrible at being a human being. I am now working as a mall cop.
Ouch.
Poor Blart.
Yeah, and then pass
that way.
Hey.
Oh, I am Tech, and I will be playing Sunny Dusk today. Like the Sunny Dusk kind of thing going on there. Anyway, my guy is he's 53, so yeah, getting on a bit. He's 5'9" and enormously fat. So he's a fat little, slightly short gentleman who prefers to operate from long range, possibly because then he doesn't have to run around so much. I think possibly stocking up somewhere with lots of some beer and donuts is like his idea of like a great time out, which I can really appreciate sitting here with pack of donuts next to me.
What? How come you have donuts and I don't?
Well, because someone's outside. But if you came in, look, donuts.
Oh my god, I hate you guys.
He has donuts because he's the lieutenant.
Exactly. I'm the guy who sits back and covers the rear / eats donuts while you guys do important, dangerous stuff.
Yeah. Yes. He's your overweight 50-something with diabetes.
Is he the guy that has to roll to attack a chair when he sits down?
I also have a terrible fear of heights.
Yes. Also, if he'd read his character brief rather than the character sheet, he'd know that he has a long-suffering wife and 3 kids. He's happy that he was forced to retire because it means he gets to spend more time with them.
Oh, great.
Aww. But
What a
he can
lovely
play
guy.
however he wants, so screw you. It's
I'm
his
going to play it
character
however
now.
I want.
Yeah. I hate cats. No, she loves cats. Cats are her thing.
Yeah.
Cats are a thing.
Alright, so how
I
do we
saw
start
you
then,
throw the
boss?
cat across the room this morning.
Okay.
I did not throw the cat across the room. I picked up the duvet in which the cat was sitting and just like... Get off!
At which point the cat went, whee!
Poor
She
cat.
did.
Oh.
She was fine.
Right.
What are you worried about?
Right, so you are the officers of Bravo Squad, or at least you were. You are, in fact, the only surviving members of Bravo Squad. You're a group of detectives who managed to stick together for pretty much your whole careers, from rookie to retirement. As a squad, you caught murderers, you solved missing persons cases, you even stopped countless tons of drugs being brought into Sun City. You even brought down organised crime figures. You were very versatile. You were like a primo, under Alpha Squad, but hey. But yeah, you generally made Sun City safer. Even if the pencil pushers didn't really feel that way, you tended to be a bit explosive, a little abrasive of authority. Your biggest, most expensive stunt, your last stunt, shall we say, resulted in a cartel boss called Serge Katarkin being captured. But the collateral damage was so enormous, you basically burnt down an entire industrial district to flush him out, that you were invited to retire early, and you all, lined up and took your gold watches and got kicked the fuck out of the police force. They weren't putting up with you anymore. Basically, before going your separate ways, you all agreed every month or so to meet up at this bar called the Thirsty Heart, which is on the 5th floor of Sun City's great national monument, the Dial, which is a 555 meter tall tower. It basically takes the form of a right-angle triangle. The first 400 meters are a steep slope on one side, and obviously not on the other. And the last 100 meters, I think I said, are basically 5 tiered viewing platforms that have various businesses and things on them. And you go there every month or so, mainly because your lieutenant is terrified of heights and you found it funny. But also because they have a massive discount for public servants. And you all technically still qualify because you have your retirement watches. And today is Christmas Eve of your 2nd year since being retired, and you've all headed back to the Thirsty Heart to meet up. For your first time in actually a few months, you haven't made it to a few of these. And you've all got little gifts for each other for Christmas. But little do you know as you ride the elevators up that something is going down at the $5,000 charity benefit on the lowest level. And here we are.
Whoopee-ki-yay.
Yeah. Yeah. So I want everyone to roll off. Start. Just roll screw it. Roll a d6. There are 6 of you.
Roll a d6.
Of us. There are 6 of us.
Marvellous.
6.
1.
4.
3.
Okay. So, Blood, who I believe is playing Nicole. Nicole, you arrive first at the bar. As you walk in, you notice that the afternoon drinking crowd has left because it's early evening, but the Christmas parties haven't quite rolled in yet. It's a really nice place. I mean, aside from the fantastic view, because you're on the top level of the Dial, it's nice. There are leather seats. There's lots of dark wood paneling. It's made up to look like an old-fashioned wine bar, sort of thing. But it's primarily a whiskey drinkers establishment. It has a very, very good whiskey menu. The guys behind the bar recognise you. You've you probably drank here for your entire career and then retired and drank here maybe more often. Wouldn't want to speak for your character. But yeah, you spot a table that's big enough for your purposes. You know, I assume you slot on in.
Yep, I order a really fine whiskey. What the fuck? Actually, I don't order shit whiskey.
I'll order a fine whiskey.
You're not here.
You haven't got there yet. Yeah.
We know.
I'm going to order myself the whiskey I have in this room. So I'm going to order some Jim Beam Red Stag because I'm looking at it and that only leads to good things. So I'm going to order, let's say, more than I should have for a single person, and then order a round waiting for everyone else.
Okay, yeah. The guy like comes back with basically the bottle and a tray of glasses, and he's just like the usual.
Yeah.
It's like, okay. It's like, I assume you know what he's asking for when he does this.
Oh yeah.
He's asking to see the watch.
Yeah, on the rocks, make it a double.
Yeah. He sees the watch and he's just like, he's like, I can tell you what, I can let the bottle go for 20.
You're a good man. You're way too good to me. You're a good man.
Like, excellent. Yeah. I assume he hands you the bottle. He hands you the tray of glasses. Yeah, there's probably slightly more than you need in terms of glasses, but hey, it's like, oh shit, you wanted it on the rocks, didn't you?
Yeah. At least put rocks in at least one of them, because I don't know when these when these reprobates are going to turn up. So yeah.
That's like, don't worry, we've got the new girl out working the floor, so we'll get her out to bring you a ice bucket.
Oh, you're too good to me. You're too good to me. And...
Well, you kept the city safe. It's the least we can do.
Oh, if only my bosses thought the same, eh?
Well, if we liked our bosses, we'd never retire.
Not saying I didn't like him, but it wasn't exactly my choice. So, whatever. All right, thank you. And I'll go sit down, and I'll take the table nearest the window so that our lieutenant would have to look down the side. So I'm going to take place nearest the window.
Okay. I heard a 4 from someone. Did anyone get a 5? Okay, so screw it. Spanners. Becca rolls in next.
Awesome. Right, so I'm going to burst in through the doors and I'm going to walk straight up to the bar. Totally haven't seen Vamp. Eyes on, making sure that I'm going to get a drink. And I'm going to ask for rum, Kraken, because that's never been a problem before.
Is this now us all admitting our shame drinks?
Maybe.
Okay. Right, yeah. The same dude standing there, you get the impression his job is just to stand at this end of the bar and like catch the people coming in through the door. It's just like, you want rum? Okay,
Right, so I'm quite tall, so I'm going to look down at him.
He lays down. He lays the whiskey menu like down in front of you while he goes off looking. In a none too subtle hint of thanks, fuck's sake. And he wanders off. Screw it. Let's have a look. It takes. He's gone like a good 5 minutes at this point. You just sort of. How are you taking having to wait 5 minutes, Tank?
I'm not impressed, I've decided I'm going to get my own drink. So I'm going to start climbing up on the bar, I think.
I assume that I can see this.
Yeah, I assume so. It's an open plan area. Yeah.
I'm 6 foot by the look of it, so yeah.
Yo, Tank, you might want to check under the till.
You're 6'4".
Check under the till, Tank.
Okay, I'm going to check under the till.
Okay. Right, you look under the till. Mainly under the till, what you can see is they've got like soda dispensers, like for people who want like whiskey and soda and things like that. Like they've got basically it's under the till, so it's all the shit they don't want people to see because it's pointless and boring. So it's all the mixers. It's like the syrup for when people want whiskey and coke and stuff like that. Not that they generally let people have that, but if someone drops enough money, fair enough, they can have whiskey and coke. So yeah, you had it. You found soda water dispensers. You found you found the sandbox for mopping up sick with. Congratulations, you found all of this crappy detritus that they wouldn't put near the drinks. But you have found, if you were so inclined, you have found the underside of the cash drawer.
Cool. Okay, right. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a big swig of this syrup because let's get sugared up, and that's going to give me some strength to try and rip this drawer open.
Wait, Tank, what are you doing?
Ah, bam, you're over there.
Yeah.
In which case, I'll leave this shit alone and climb back over. But I'm taking this bottle of rum with me.
Okay, you have a bottle of absolutely standard Mount Gay rum, which I say only because I've been to the distillery.
Yeah, I forgot to order the rum. Sorry, they get a little bit pissy with me when I order rum at a whiskey bar.
Yeah. And as you walk across the room with your purloined bottle of rum, the incredibly personable and friendly barman comes back with with a bottle of jet black Kraken rum. It's just he just puts it under the bar.
Add it to my tab.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he's gone over to the till. You can see he's putting a tab together already. You paid for the first drinks in cash. Now there is a tables tab. It's like no shit. And now there's two of you. And the girl goes and takes the ice over to you. And, she's this little slip of a thing. You actually wonder if she's old enough to work in a place like this. It might be someone's daughter or niece. So you probably shouldn't mess with them. But she puts down this thing, and it's technically it is an ice bucket, but it's an ice bucket for a whiskey bar. So it's very small and very well insulated, as opposed to the giant things you get champagne served in. It's a little thing where they will just come and refill it because no one wants entirely melted ice. No one's an idiot. Mm-hmm. So you get your little ice, and they're like, "Oh, yeah, I'm sorry it took so long. If you need us again, just call." And she heads on off.
Totally leans and follows, watches her leave.
Yeah. She doesn't appear to be concerned. You get the impression. If you were a cynical person, you get the impression that's almost what she was there for. They hire younger, prettier people to go and work out on the floor to encourage people to buy. Whereas they have the older, uglier person standing behind the bar.
The person who looks like they know what they should be ordering whiskey wise.
Yeah. He's the one who stands there with the whiskey menu and goes, even if he knows shit all about it, just opens it up and goes, "I recommend the one that's really expensive." Yeah. So who's next? I shall say, Crone, come on.
Okay. Cuss is gonna squeeze his way through the door.
Oh fuck me, he's here.
just for the viewers' peace of mind, Lucas Tajarian, for that is his second name, is 6'7" and weighs 26 stone.
Hence why I started off with fuck me.
And I'm gonna see the bar and just take a run at it.
Okay.
I really want a drink.
Okay. The barman is standing there waiting for people to come through the doors, but fair enough. Where do you say taking a run? What precisely do you mean?
Just running full pelt at the bar.
Okay. As the PM, I need to ask you a serious question about Lucas's character. How often does he come here? Like apart from the regular meetings with the rest of Bravo Squad, how often does he come here?
Oh, he's a regular, sort of every couple of days.
Excellent. Okay, before Lucas has even reached the bar, his customary shot of cheap piss whiskey and his beer chaser are already being put together. The whiskey is on the bar before he makes it more than 5 feet. And it's like, fuck, it's drink. And there's someone at the other end of the bar, frenziedly pumping ale into this. They're like, come on, just fucking go. They hand you your ale for you drink ale, and they have some over there for you, basically. Out of a little half keg that they sit at the end of the bar. And they bring it over to you, and it's just how you like it. Ridiculously frothy.
It's just full of head, is all you're saying.
Yeah, it's half head. It's in the steam you leave here.
Good to know.
Yeah.
I assume we hear him as well as seeing this giant titan of a man appear.
Yeah. It's hard to miss someone who has to duck to come through lift doors.
And I just take it and go, thank you. And sort of raise it to the room.
I raise my whiskey.
And just walk off to the desk, to where everyone's sitting, and just sit down. Say, hello.
You alright?
Good to see you again.
How's it going?
It's been a while, yeah?
Yeah. Like a month since we met each other last. I've got the perfect place. I thought if we sit by the window, Trip is gonna have a whale of a time. So you should come sit with us on this side of the bar. It's gonna be a bit of a squeeze. We sit on this side of the table. Hopefully we'll be forcing him in there.
That is a marvelous plan.
Yeah, it's gonna be good. Anyway, cheers. I pour everyone out from. Actually, I pour myself. I pour everyone at the table a shot, but knowing full well I'm the only one who's going to be drinking them. Yeah. Cheers. Bravo. And
Bravo.
Ching ching.
Okay.
I'm not going to start this game. The only person who will lose will be me.
Right. So now we shall have the glorious Roastie.
Okay. So Trip appears at the doorway, glances inside to see where his squaddies are, sees them sitting by the table by the window. He sidles up to the bar, discreetly asks for the weakest drink on offer, but one which looks quite fancy.
Okay. I was like, okay. How often does Trip come here?
Only as regularly as he needs to meet his squaddies.
Once a week.
Okay. The barman's just like, oh yeah, I've heard about you. And he turns away from the room, towards the rather impressive display of drinks. They've got everything on optic, and he opens a cabinet at the bottom, and he pulls out this thing which is called a Patrick's Delight. And what it basically looks like is really, 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 really watered down whiskey. And he just he makes you like a really impressive looking triple.
Good.
Out of it. And he just leans over it and just goes, you can barely taste that stuff. I don't understand how you can drink that. It's like, do you want me to add it to the table's tab, or do you want to admit to them this costs less than a quid?
No, I'll add it to the tab. Furthermore, I will then thank the barman and sit in the middle of the room with my back to the squaddies and pretend to ignore their presence.
Okay, I'm going to notice him and go, oi, Baldy! Because he has no hair.
That's what I intended when I drew your puppet.
Oh, I see.
Also, I can't draw just small patches of hair that you had in the picture. I'm so sorry.
It's a bit personal.
So does Trip hand back his drink, attempting to look hard in front of his mates, or?
No, Trip is turning to look begrudgingly acknowledge his colleagues sat by the window with next to the terrifying drop into oblivion, and then tries to make himself look as comfortable as possible on his table at the middle of the room.
Okay. I would make the singular point here that it wasn't Trip who's afraid of heights.
Was it not? Oh, I thought it
No.
was Trip.
It was
Oh.
Dusk.
Oh, well, that changes things a bit.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, Trip
I'm just a miserable.
Trip is a very intelligent fellow. He may just have a prudent and evolutionary fear of heights.
It's not. He doesn't have the fear of heights. He has the fear of hitting the ground at high speed from a height.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay.
Yeah.
He has the fear of blunt force trauma by Earth. Bam.
I thought it was Trip who was the lieutenant because it was the
No.
extra set of T's.
No. He's the sergeant.
Right.
He views himself as superior to you, but
I was gonna say, so the
Technically,
sergeant is in effect the second lieutenant.
He's the sergeant.
He's a sergeant.
yeah.
No matter what we remind him, he's just a sergeant.
Okay.
He's just a nurse.
Right. So, is Trip just going to sit there and begrudgingly acknowledge people, or is Trip waiting for Dusk?
I think Trip is waiting for some sort of invite over to the table.
Shouted Baldy.
Yeah.
Not really an invite.
Oi, Trip, come on. You're sitting over there like a loser. Come by the window. We've got a great plan for when when the lieutenant turns up. Well, when he comes in, you've got to stand up and let him sit down first, because put him by the window. It's going to be a great idea.
Well, as your superior, I can't possibly condone that sort of behaviour. But
Yeah.
I will go over and sit with you.
Come on, you are no fun, Sarge.
So, we've got gifts for each other, haven't we? So maybe I can give Thomas his gift now, because I bought.
If
like,
you want, if you don't want to wait until everyone's together, that's fine.
Yeah.
If you want
Thanks, I've
to
got a-
ruin Christmas for everyone.
Beautiful gift for him. It's a bag of cheer the fuck up.
I'm gonna pat her, slap her so hard on the back, because I know that she can take it.
I just clap excitedly.
Oh man.
Okay. At this point, in comes Dusk. We've got to get the group together.
Is the way to get in? Is it like a push door to get into the bar?
It's an elevator.
Okay, fine.
It's a lift. Well, that's the way I imagined you would have come.
Oh yeah.
I don't imagine you climbing 500 meters.
No. Screw that very much.
Yeah.
So I'll come into the bar, and I'll go over to the bar and look at the whiskey menu that I've been looking at for the last 30 years, and I'll pick the menu up with me and bring it over to the table so I can peruse it well, as is my custom.
Okay.
I need
Okay,
at least 10 minutes alone with the menu before I can make a
Oh, we will not be
concise.
putting up with that shit in any way, shape, or form.
A truly decisive leader. God, okay.
Well,
So yeah, you go and spend. Are you actually spending 10 minutes alone with the menu? Or
No, I'm going over to the table.
Guys.
I'm going to end up ordering the same thing I've ordered for the last 20 years, but I always like to look at the menu just to see if anything's changed.
Okay.
It hasn't.
Okay. Right. Okay. Let's all assume that you have the gift for the person, sort of the next one along from you. So, Blood, you've got Corones. Spanners, you've got Roasties. Roasty, you've got Tex. So we'll go like that with the gifts because we've already established one way. So yeah, you're sitting together. You have a round of drinks in front of you.
I turn to Cass, oh big guy, I have the greatest a present for you. I've spent some time on it. I've really worked hard on it, and I think what you need is a set of these. And I pull out this shoebox, and I pull out some shoes with like 3-inch heels on them, just so that the whole thing is like a platform shoe. And I hand them over to him. It's like, here you go, just so people can notice you that little bit more, and also they look really bloody stylish.
They do.
Can they be safety boots? Can I give him safety boots? Like proper, yeah, they are. Yeah, they are the top
You're
of the
giving
range
him
safety
boots
man.
with a Cuban heel.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
a good 3 inches on the bottom of it. It's like they're safety boots. You can kick the shit out of anything with those.
I might need stabilizers.
Nah, you got this. Happy Christmas, and I'm gonna punch him on the arm.
Oh, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay, I get you this thing here, and open it up, and it's like a Russian doll, but like each of the dolls is like it got something wrong with them, sort of one's got half their head missing, and
You've got a set of broken Russian dolls.
yeah.
My mother brought these all the way from Ukraine.
Wow.
Yeah. but I've tried to make it look like proper, so I've put blood stains on the side, like.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
This was when we drove over mine on the way through border.
God.
This is like a very special, unique present. You can't ever say you've had one of these before.
Is this a traditional gift from Tajiristan?
Oh yes, we give it to all the good people.
Okay, fair enough.
Just gonna stand there waiting for the response.
Oh, I'm just gonna pat you on the head.
Aw. Would you like a stepladder?
He's only 3 inches taller than you.
I've given him shoes. Oh wait, no, he's sitting down.
Okay, he's 6 inches.
Probably hasn't put them on yet.
Yes,
Tank has no problem patting him on the head.
I do. I'm a shorty.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Right, so I'm just gonna like punch Thomas in the arm. And go, look, dude, I didn't really just buy you a bag of cheer the fuck up. I got you some stuff for the kids as well. I made really specially, so you know you've got to look after these. I got some monogram bullets. Because you know you're gonna need them.
So they have his kids' names engraved in them.
Yeah. Shit. That has like other connotations, doesn't it? Oh,
One
don't worry, it'll be
for each of them.
fine. I love them.
Oh.
I'm just gonna
Son,
look around
I've
like,
got a
what?
bullet with your name on it.
Oh yes.
Oh. It's the Baldric moment. Now I don't have to worry about that bullet being fired at me, because I've got it. Oh. Okay, right.
Well, wow. How do you respond to that?
Well, thanks. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at least,
Beer.
I mean, at least no one's going to be able to like, you know, if someone says, you know, I've got a bullet with your name on it, you know, they're not going to be able to kill your kids now because you own those bullets. It's a really thoughtful gift.
Yes.
Yeah,
could you
that's
shoot your kid?
fine. And Bagatha, and Tabitha, thank you very much.
So come on then, pass it on.
So, my present. Are we okay?
I think Blood needs a second.
Oh.
Oh my god, I need to go get some. Oh, carry on.
Right. Well, so, Lieutenant, even I got you your present. And given where you are in life and your hobbies, I thought the most appropriate gift for you would be a set of those Russian roulette chocolates. You know, the ones that have the really spicy one in the middle.
Oh, yes, that'll certainly help spice my life up more. Thank you.
It adds a bit of a gamble as to which one you get.
Excellent. I'm gonna open those up and offer some round.
I'll take the one in the centre.
I'll take one nearest to me.
Yeah, I'll take the one nearest to me.
No, I got to eat them all at the same time. The way we do everything. Well, the way we're supposed to drink anyway.
Sounds
By
good.
now, I've probably finished looking through the menu, and I'll put my order in for the same thing I've been drinking, like every time I ever come here. Just some generic whiskey.
Yeah. You're gonna have, famous pheasant or something.
Sounds good. Excellent. And Nicole, your present, something to liven up your home for the festive season coming up. And I've got you a set of napkin rings with festive imagery on them.
Uh-oh.
So they're wooden napkin rings with like little reindeers and Christmas trees and things carved on them. A set of 8.
What on earth are these?
They're called napkin rings, dear. You put them. You put your napkins in them. It stops them unrolling in a pleasant.
I don't
Display
have
table.
napkins.
Oh well, next year I'll be certain to supply you with some napkins.
How big are these napkin rings? Can they be used in another way?
Oh, about that big.
Yeah. Clearly not then. Sorry.
A prostitute tried to make me wear one of those once.
I assume it fell off. Actually, I don't know. You're a big game. Maybe not. Okay. Let's, well, thank you very much. And, I pour everyone a drink, knowing full well that not a lot of people will be drinking this rum other than me. Sorry, this whiskey other than me.
Yeah.
Alright. Cheers. Bravo.
Evelyn.
I've got the bottle of-
Excellent. So I assume everyone is going to have a good old drink.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe have a little reminisce about the good old days.
I'm going to relax back in my slippers.
Okay. Jesus. Right. Everyone take a wonderful, glorious endurance poison.
Yeah.
Crit.
14.
12.
7.
12.
Okay. Everyone is doing fantastically. You're all having a wonderful time. But all of a sudden, Trip really desperately needs a piss. In that way that you sometimes do when you're out drinking, all of a sudden you're just like, shit. Like, you know exactly where to go, but it's a bit of it's an imminent situation.
Oh, Trip, man, don't tap the keg. Don't do it. You know if you do that, you're going to be peeing all night. Come on, man. Tough it out.
I'm sorry, despite my best efforts, I cannot hold this in. Is the ice bucket empty?
Oh, someone give him a napkin ring.
No, at this point, the ice bucket is not, in fact, empty because I believe Nicole's only had 2 drinks, maybe 3.
Oh, no, I've been drinking because every time I pour them around, no one's drunk. I've drunk all the drinks and nobody drinks, so I think I've had 12 at this point.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, you've had a fair bit. Okay, yeah, the ice bucket is probably empty.
Excellent. This sounds like a wonderful plan.
Okay.
I try very discreetly to lower it under the table and relieve myself there.
Okay.
And I stand up and point out and go, look what he's doing in your bar.
What an animal!
Yeah, one of the barbs is just like, what the fuck do you think you're doing? We gave you your special drink. We didn't tell these guys.
Oh, dude, wait! I'm gonna stand up at the end of the table, like, well, wait, man, at least let him finish.
And the barman at this point is gonna come on, he's gonna just shepherd you off to a toilet. He's like, come on, man, this is wrong. You can't do this in public. This is indecent.
Where's
I
he
don't
going?
care if you were a policeman. This is fucked up.
Where's the bucket going?
Oh no, he's.
Toilet with him.
I'm taking the bucket with me.
Yeah.
You can't
Well,
stop
they're
it
not
going, man.
Is he going?
They're not pulling the bucket away and showing her drunk to the entire room of people who may be paying customers. So, yeah.
We've spoken to you about this before.
Yeah. So, yeah, you get shepherded off to the toilet by a rather disgruntled barman.
You have a minder now.
Yeah. Yeah. He basically like, pushes you into a toilet stall and pulls the door closed behind you.
Is he in there with him?
No. He's standing out in the toilet room, and he's pushed you into the stall and pulled the door closed behind you. I grabbed it by the top and just pulled it closed. He hasn't locked it, obviously, because he's outside. Just like, you filthy fucking scum, what the hell? But yeah, so, the rest of you, I assume you continue drinking,
Of course we do.
reminiscing, possibly going, what the hell's wrong with Trip?
Anyone notice how weird he's gotten recently? Maybe he's getting a complex. Maybe we should stop calling him Baldy.
No. No, he's always been weird.
Yeah, it's a fair call. It's a fair call.
Right.
How far down this bottle of rum have I got? Oh, sorry, bottle of whiskey have I got?
But you're calling it rum, so yeah.
Yeah, well, I remember you ordered rum. I like
I've got
rum. I can't remember if there's a rum
Yeah.
or a whiskey bar now.
I would say you've definitely like knocked off at least a third of it, at the
Nice.
very least.
Cool.
Not including the ones that are standing there sort of unattended in case someone drinks one. Like you haven't got round the whole round that you've poured out again, sort of thing.
Cool. I'm pacing myself.
There is a pace as
good.
to whether
It's
it's
a
the
good
one
pace.
you can deal with.
It's a good pace. Well, she got a 14. She's doing okay. I think
Oh, she's doing okay at the moment.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It's kind
she's
of
doing fine.
a jogging down the stairs with a heavy bundle kind of pace.
Yeah.
It's keep moving or you're gonna fall down sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Right. So yeah, while Trip's gone, just give me a perception roll.
Right. Okay. I would point out this time that I'll have my chair with the back to the window, so I don't have to look out at a very large height.
See, I thought I would have thought we picked a booth. So
Yeah,
you
it's
can't
leather
move the
booths.
chair. Yeah.
Okay, but in that case, I'll be picking in a way where I don't have to look out the window because obviously I
Yeah,
don't.
well, Trip's moved, so you can probably sit like at the end of the horseshoe booth, like facing into the room. If you really
Yeah,
want.
as long as I'm facing into the main room away from the window. Yeah.
Yeah.
So right, perception. What's perception? I have 3.
You get a +1 for being terrified, I believe.
Yeah, because you're in the.
So 10 then.
Excellent. Because you're like because you're acutely aware of the enormous drop behind you, you're still your senses are all sort of straining for every possible bit of information you can get. You don't want the guys to know, but you're cacking it. You feel a rumble like through the through the soles of your feet. No one else seems to have noticed it yet, but you're starting to think there's something not cool. I mean, the dial's been here a long time. Nothing's ever happened to it before. But you're starting to be convinced that now is the time it's chosen to, like, I don't know, fall over, start crumbling. There's an explosion. You don't know. You're worried.
Is this an area where there tends to be earthquakes?
Yes, but they're not very common at all. They're like, it happens, but it's not, like, all the time. There's normally loads of warning.
Okay. Considering that I'm kind of slightly freaked out being in a very high building anyway, I'm probably going to feel this rumbling. I'm going to jump up and be like, guys, I think that might be a quake, and run to stand in the doorway, because I think that's what you're supposed to do if there's an earthquake. Under like a lintel of a door frame.
Okay. So everyone else, how are you going to deal with your lieutenant suddenly running off and standing in the doorway?
Well,
I did shout as well. It's like, oh, I think there might be an earthquake going on.
I'm going to run at the bar and jump over it and hide behind it.
Well, I'm assuming since Dusk is such a big bloke, it probably takes him some time to shuffle his way from the back of the booth around.
I don't know, actually, considering I'm in a very tall building, normally I move at a very slow, sedate pace, but I am kind of like, slightly cacking it now, so I may have like made quite the quickest dash you've probably ever seen me make.
Whoa, Dusk, what the hell's going on? You're going at lightning speed. I very slowly stand up in time with his, trying to get out of the booth. So
I'm going to stand up and I'm going to walk slowly over to the door and just like block it and hold you in some kind of headlock and go, what's wrong with you, dude?
It's like, can't you feel it? The building's going to come down. Ah!
It's you shaking.
Nah, man, you've had way too much whiskey, mate. It's just, that moment you had when you switch to drink, when you stand up, you're like, whoa! Oh, that was a bad idea. You're just having that. You're just having that feeling. Don't worry about it.
I was sitting down at the time.
Well, you're way more pissed than I thought you were.
Can I still feel this going on now?
No, it was just a singular event.
Is the barman still here?
Yeah. No one else seems to have noticed this thing happening. Everyone else is just treating this as business as usual.
Okay. Also, did you not feel that? Are you able to check with the desk and make sure everything's okay? There's no problems or anything.
What's the name of the barman? I feel we would know.
His name's Damien.
Damien. Okay.
Don't worry about it, Damien. He's just wankered. Don't worry about it.
I'm refusing to move out this doorway at the moment.
I'm going to pick you up.
He's a big bloke. You are strong.
I am pretty heavy.
I've got muscles where people don't even have muscles.
Fair enough. Are you clenching me in your thigh and carrying me across the room?
Yes, I am winching you across the bar with my thighs.
Okay.
She put him in a headlock and then just put your leg over his head, just crabbing him back towards
I just imagine I've got my head wedged between her thighs and I'm being dragged across the room no, there's an earthquake.
No, I can't fix it. I don't know if I need to go back to the hilarious music or stay on this serious stuff.
I would rule that if you're going to attempt anything like that, you're going to have to start doing PvP grapples and things.
Do it.
I don't think I'd really be struggling that particularly hard. I wouldn't be actually fighting her, as in attacking her, to try and get her off me or anything. I'd panicking a bit, but I don't think I'd actually be trying to attack and really remove myself from her.
Okay, so. Okay, fair enough. Okay, you allow her to grapple you. Isn't it okay? As a formal attempt, is it below your dignity to be grappled between a lady's thighs and dragged across a room, though, on all fours?
At the moment, dignity isn't something he's worried about.
Fair enough.
Kind of outside his comfort zone, very high up. He's been acting really cool, but as soon as this rumbling started, he just lost his cool completely. So right now he's probably crying and emotional comfort of someone he knows nearby is probably very much appreciated right now.
Fair enough. Okay. Yeah, Damien he's aware of what you guys get up to. You're a bit of an odd lot. You see him telling the barmaid, whose name you never asked, thanks. Not to worry. Calm down, Linda. Doesn't matter. Everything seems to be cool, and I assume you head back to your drinks.
I'll help myself to a couple of the shots that are currently untouched.
I look quite disappointed.
Okay. Are you all going to sit back down then? And
yeah.
Everything's cool?
I'll pour another round and I'll pour a double shot for the lieutenant.
Yeah.
You're alright, man. Just calm down. Just drink a bit more and you won't notice it at all. Don't worry about it.
I'll just have my eyes closed and just taking deep breaths at the moment while I drink whatever's being put into my hand at the moment, just fairly rapidly.
I'll look round at Goose like, alright, do you think maybe we should move away from the window? I think we might have taken it a bit too far this time. Alright, nobody said no. Is there anyone sitting in the middle of the room?
Sarge, you coming to join us?
It's just fairly empty. There were a few people at other tables, but the main crowd hasn't rolled in yet.
Oh, that's alright.
Is the Sarge still in the loo? He's been there for a long time, just taking a pee.
Is he back with us?
He hasn't come back yet, no. It hasn't actually been as long as it's taken you to describe how terrified you were.
Okay.
Yeah. As you all sit back down and chill out, Dusk, you actually notice the rumble again.
Okay.
And this time you notice that the lift on the other side of the room, the little sign above it is it's a little like digital sign, comes up with out of order.
Okay, at that point I'll jump up and point across the room and go, look, it's not me, it's not in my head. There's something going on here.
Okay,
We need
if
to get out of
anyone
the
else
building.
wants to take perceptions to notice this, it's okay.
Sure, why not?
Including Trip in the toilet.
Do they get some kind of advantage of me pointing and going, look?
He's
Like, the
pointing right
advantage
at
is
him.
that they notice at all.
Okay.
14
4.
again.
Botch.
Ooh.
5.
Actually poke you in the eye as I just...
Yep.
Okay, yeah, Banff, Banff finally gives the lieutenant the benefit of the doubt and looks over at the lift. Yes, the lift has gone out of order. All of the lifts have gone out of order, in fact, because there are 3 in a row.
Hey, Damien, you want to see what bloody hell's going with all the lifts? I mean, look at him, and I'll point at a rather rotund Dusk. There's no way he's walking down all those flights of steps. Well,
No,
you're never going to roll him down.
We're going to go if we can get out of here now.
Yeah, anyway, you can find out what the hell's going on. There's no way all 3 of them should be going down at once. I don't know. Yeah, you want to check that out?
Yeah, all right. You see him. You see him beckon a rather skinnier, paler version, basically a skinnier, paler version of himself, out of the back corner. Like, the guy's a little shorter, like it looks like he might be a little brother, And the guy comes out and he's like, Simon, watch the bar. I'm just going to go in and cool down. The guy's like, all right. And he stands there. He's standing there looking a little worried. You get the idea. This is the guy who stands out the back, like steaming the glasses like clean. He's not used to having to stand in the bar. He has no idea what anything costs.
Excellent.
Alright, so I'm going to go up to the bar with this new guy. I've finished my rum, and I'm going to go, alright, Simon, you know what I can do with my thighs. Hand me the good rum.
Nice.
I want you to roll and intimidate.
Fair enough.
That's got to... What are you going to argue? Because I can see everything working for this.
Yeah.
I can see everything working in this situation.
Yeah. I mean, there were overtones of sexual violence. I mean, who
I got a crit.
Thank you for the follow.
got a crit.
Woo!
Okay. Oh god. Got a crit. Okay. Just as how did you mean? You know what I can do with my thighs?
More importantly, what did he think?
Yes. Well, no, that's gonna Were you attempting to be like terrifyingly seductive, or like just scary, or I'm going to kill you?
No. Like,
What are you doing?
really scary, seductive, but he thinks he might actually have the possibility of dying.
Okay.
It's so
But
good you might
Hold
die.
up.
Yeah,
Right.
you've gone full on like Xena Warrior Princess / Morticia Adams. Okay, you see him becoming slightly uncomfortable. He crosses his legs and goes pale. He just he squeaks something. It's probably a word. Like the back, and he just vanishes. Like Speedy Gonzales, off into the back. He may be fetching you rum. He may be going to rub one out. He may just be leaving. You do not know.
The rum's under the till, so I'm gonna reach down and just pick it up.
You don't actually know that.
Oh, shit.
No, he did go and put it there earlier.
Yeah, but she was walking away.
Of course I wasn't.
Oh, fair enough.
Oi, try
yeah,
looking
at
onto
this
the
point-
till, because I
At
haven't
this
seen
point,
it.
Damien just At this point, Damien, he's got like a phone in his hand. He just leans out and reaches under the till. It's just like, bloody brothers. Who'd have them, eh? And you see him like giving Simon a cuff around the head. Yeah, and he's still on the phone. I hate when people do that, but you know, I hate yeah. So he's on the phone still, and for a brief moment, it's just Linda standing next to the bar, looking a little confused, using the ice machine.
Can we go and stand near to the barkeeper so we can listen to what he's saying on the phone?
Yeah, if you want. By the way, also Trip.
Am I back
You can
now?
come out whenever you want.
Okay, I was waiting for
The guy wasn't like holding you hostage. Like,
You
just
will
wanted to
feel
make
like a normal
sure
person.
You went and cleaned yourself up and didn't like bring a bucket full of piss back into the bar.
Fair enough. Oh, we should
Leave the bucket in the bar, in the toilet.
So I'll return back in and ask what's been going on.
Okay.
Oh, it would appear that all the elevators have gone out of control. Well, they're out of order.
I see. And turn to the barmaid. And Belinda, why are the lifts out of order?
Totally not.
Were you there when they found out her name?
Yes.
I mean, you got it wrong anyway, but
Yes.
Did? I thought her name was Linda.
yeah.
I thought
Maybe he's the only one who read her name tag. Who knows? Fair enough. Yeah, she's just like, I don't know. Simon's Simon's run off. Damien's making the call. I don't know. In due time, Damien comes back out and he's just like, I don't know. It's probably something to do with the charity gala downstairs. You know, they're probably just locking it down security wise. You know, it's probably just
for a security gig on the bottom
it's
floor.
it's probably just temporary. You know, while they bring the celebrities in. I wouldn't worry.
That makes absolutely.
It's
no
just so
sense.
they can bring the celebs in. You know, it's so the celebs don't have to stand outside in the rain waiting for a lift.
Nah, it makes no bloody sense to me.
Well, it doesn't have to. You're not running the lifts.
Seems utterly stupid.
Fair enough. So what was the rumbling then?
Well,
No, there weren't no rumbling. That's just because you're wasted.
No, there was definitely rumbling. I felt it twice distinctly.
It wasn't just you like shaking because you're scared.
No, I was definitely.
I mean, there is a really big drop. I mean, we're at least 5 stories high.
Oh,
And if I
right,
look
yeah,
over it,
yeah. Shut up. Anyway,
You're probably about 50 stories high.
oh shit, we're 50. Oh, I'm so sorry. I missed a magnitude of 10 out, boss, and I know how you like efficiency and being correct and precise. We are exactly
Damien's very
50
proud
stories
of
high.
being 50 stories. Well, you're at the top of a 555-foot thing. A story, I believe, is 10 foot,
Yeah, give or take.
something like that.
Yeah.
So you're like
550 meters.
550 meters. Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, and that's
That's a lot more.
that's like
That's
2,000.
a lot more. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
It's a
lot, man.
fucktard.
How about we go with our standard best unit of it's fucking tall?
Yeah,
Yeah.
ridiculously fucking
Alright,
tall.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I'm rethinking whether I want to set the stairs down or not now. It's like a bloody long walk.
Yeah.
When do the elevators come back up then? Because
You know, fire
I'd
hazard.
like the option of leaving if possible.
Well, you can't use the lifts anyway in the event of a fire, so it's not a fire hazard.
Oh,
well, no,
yeah.
but-
Yeah, but I mean, if he gets stuck on the stairs, that is a fire hazard.
Fat fucker, roll him down.
Yeah, but that will cross
It's
everyone
like a standard
underneath.
gym workout.
Yeah, I am here, you know.
Yeah, but you're wasted. You ain't going to remember in the morning.
Oh,
Excuse
We'll
me, I've
carry
had
him.
like 3 drinks. I'm fine.
Okay, all right. They're probably bringing some celebs in for the big gala. I wouldn't worry too much. You know, it will only be for a little while. There's still the stairs if you need to leave. You know, they'll probably come back on in a few minutes.
Okay.
You know, they probably won't take all of them. They're probably just getting a bit of a rush on. You know.
I'm going to go over to the lift and just keep pressing the button, seeing if anything happens, like an annoying child.
Take a strength test. You heavy-handed, you heavy-handed ape.
2? Oh no, hang on.
You
7.
can't roll a 2. You're
Yeah.
incapable of rolling a 2.
Yeah, 7.
All right. Yeah. the button becomes notably looser than it was. It pops out slightly further than it did before. It rattles when you push it in. Like, it's not buggered, but someone will probably come and fix this at some point.
I move to the next elevator and try again.
Right, I think you know the profile now.
Here, cuss.
Is anyone going to stop him
cuss.
breaking all the lifts?
Yeah. Here, cuss, what are you doing?
I try to make it appear.
No, you see, the thing is they're out of order. The buttons aren't going to work. No matter how hard you push them.
Oh, is that what it says?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it meant to press button.
Nah, let's leave it.
Now you've almost entirely worn the down arrow that was painted on the button off.
Alright, so I'm gonna hold Cuts by the ear and I'm gonna just like pull him back.
I appear to be moving.
Yep.
Without.
Yep, good
without
job, Tank.
using
Good
my
one.
legs.
Good job.
Good.
Anyway, let's pull
Behave.
another round and let's continue this booze fest. We've got at least another like 8 hours of this shit before we go home.
Okay.
I'll pour another round.
Yeah. Okay. You head back over to your table. You've picked up the whiskey bottle. You've just started pouring it, and the lights go out, and you're plunged into complete darkness for about 8 seconds.
I'm not going to lie, I will scream.
And then slowly, like the shitty little like continuous power supply like emergency lights come on.
Okay.
It's the overall impression. It's not sultry, but it's dim lighting. It's not great. You wouldn't want to read War and Peace, but you can see your hand in front of your face. And the tannoy system that's up here, obviously because of a big monument, kicks in to place. It kicks in, and you get this wonderful announcement. It comes off something like this. Is it on? Is it on? Are you sure?
Please don't say you're using that voice because I will not be able to take you seriously.
Oh, I'm gonna have to now.
You started.
Oh god.
This is the mayor. I have been instructed to inform you the dial has been taken by the Red Sun. If we obey their commands, I don't know really how to go with that one. Commands. I have been assured that we should be released without incident. Yeah, see? And it just cuts out. And at this point, you hear like the roar of panic, like that horrible noise when lots of people panic at the same time. It's not quite a scream; it's more of a sort of groan. And you all now feel a rumble as lots of feet start running in this very tall structure below you. And you hear gunfire in the below you, and then everything just is quiet again.
Okay.
I'm gonna finish pouring the round. I'm gonna take a drink. I'm gonna hold my drink. I was like, well, I know about you guys, but I am unbelievably wasted, and this sounds like a perfect opportunity to reclaim our badges. Who doesn't want to do that? Right, good. Glad everyone agrees. Cheers and Bravo Squad.
Which direction did the gunfire come from, apart from down?
It's exceptionally hard to tell.
I think because we're in like a little.
You're literally hearing what's echoing up from the stairs.
All right. In which case, I run towards the stairs.
Cool. Anyone who just had another drink, take an endurance.
Straight endurance.
Yeah, you can go poison.
I will.
Yeah.
13.
12.
I didn't take a drink, so.
I don't think I did. Can't remember.
I'm actually feeling a lot better now that I know that this isn't a structural failure.
Yeah. Okay. Trip on your 7, despite the fact that like you basically had like your horrible cheap as piss, like pretend like whiskey flavored lemonade. You have somehow managed to become mildly intoxicated. Maybe you picked up the wrong one in conversation at some point, which is also what triggered your ill-advised toilet adventure. You now have a level of suffering, which fits in the lovely suffering level box, and that means
So
you have
what
a
does
-1 to
suffering
every roll. It means you get a -1 to every roll.
Okay.
And I won't enforce the damage because it just doesn't apply, really. But yeah, you get -1 to every roll because you're just a bit pissed at this point. You know. But, you know, if you chill out and, you know, or relax or sober up, it may go away. But yeah, you have suffering. And for some goddamn unknown reason, Bamf, who's had like 14 whiskies at this point, hasn't
Yep, I'm good.
got at all drunk.
Clearly a hardened practice drinker.
Oh yeah.
Either that or she's just really good at pretending to drink, like over the shoulder.
No, she's drinking. I'm not taking this victory away from her. It's the only half decent rolls I've had in a while. That's because I'm using actual dice, not Roll20.
Well, there we are.
Okay, so
Right, yeah.
I was-
We've got Tanks run over to the stairs, and as Tank reaches the doors, they burst open from the other side, and a group of men with guns comes to the
Excellent.
door. There are 7 of them. You can see pistols in the hands of most of them. One of them, who's standing back in the doorway, has something considerably larger and chunkier. At a glance, you think it might be some kind of submachine gun. It might be some kind of compact. You don't really know. And they're not opening fire at the moment. Although you know, they are eyeing Tank. You know, it's like, sit down, get back.
I start like reaching for my collapsible baton, thinking, well, yeah, I might be able to take them all on. Got nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Um,
This point, I will remind you, this is bullshit action movie stuff. So, it's I am aware of how foolish this actually is to do. The dude with the big chunky weapon, he racks the racks the slide in it, and aims at you just for the satisfying like noise. Yeah,
I'm going to
he points
try
at
and
your
knock
chest,
it out
and
of
he's
his
just like-
hand with the
he's still
baton.
back in the. He's still back in the stairway.
Can we see him clearly from where we are at the bar?
You can't see the dude with the bigger gun. You can see the dude, the other dudes. Yeah, there are 6 other dudes walking into the room.
Can I, seeing that Becca's about to do something stupid, can I hurl the glass of whiskey at the head of one of the guys with the guns, trying to distract them?
Yeah, go for it.
Cool.
Who am I to say no? This is far too cool.
Cool. So I'm assuming knowing these guys, someone's about to do something stupid, and I can see Becca preparing it. So I'm like, well, maybe I can distract them long enough for her to get close enough to, like, utilize her thighs in some form of combat maneuver. So that would be a
Combat thighs.
combat thighs.
Nice.
Utilize those combat thighs.
We're going to need to add that in as a
Like
potential
would this be like
custom weapon.
unarmed CC or? What kind of thing would this be? Would it be just a strength check, or would it be like an unarmed CC or something? Or
Throwing a glass, I would assume, isn't something anyone has any great proficiency in. So I would say it's a straight dexterity.
dexterity.
Because it's not like you've stood around practicing throwing like.
In that case, 12.
Okay, the whiskey glass it sails across the room because you are a considerable distance away. It sails across the room and it lands. Yeah, fuck it. It lands on one of the guys. It doesn't hit him in the head, but it does like splatter inexpensive whiskey all over the front of his shirt. He doesn't look overly happy about that. but he's not hurt. He's just mildly surprised, a little irritated.
I was hoping to just like distract him by like having something hurled towards him, so he might go like, "Ah!" There's like an object flying towards me or something.
Yell catch.
Well, no, he didn't notice. You just silently threw something at him while there's a big woman standing in front of him, like. He's like, boom, ah! What the fuck? Yeah, he's just waving his pistol. Like, who did that? Who?
I point.
Yeah, he levels his pistol at Dusk. You know, he's a good like 50 meters away. You know,
50 meters.
Yeah. You are the entire width of a room away. The lifts are all on the straight edge spine of the building. Okay. You are on the other edge, like the one that's overhanging, so you have the most terrifying view for you.
Right. Okay. Wow, I'm seriously impressed. I managed to hurl a glass 50 meters and hit someone with it. That was a damn bullseye shot.
That's because you are action movie heroes. Unlike the normal games we play, I actually want you to succeed at cool things.
I see him looking at Dusk, and I'm going to try and intimidate him out of pointing the pistol at him.
Yeah, you can give it a go. Yeah, try and intimidate.
So let's go for a strength and 13.
All right. You'll have a mook rolling a mental resistance. Woohoo! Nope. Yeah, yes, you. I assume you just like turn around and like, look at me, motherfucker! Like, ah! Look at me when I'm killing you.
Point it this way.
Yeah. Yeah, you see he's like visibly scared for a few moments, and then his face just goes red with anger, like because his mates are like, you got scared twice by unarmed civilians. The guy next to him's like, good job, Phil. Don't say my name, you dick.
Oh, Gunther, you are such a fool.
So your name is Phil.
Custer's gonna throw one of those shoes he's just got.
No, you. Oh.
Oh,
Dude, you hurt my feelings.
that's
exactly
not cool.
what she says as you chuck a shoe.
I hope they're going to hurt more than his feelings with the shoe.
I'll pick it up in a minute.
Oh, that's fair, that's fair.
He's not keeping it.
Well, don't throw it away then. Go get your shoe back.
Okay, Cass. I assume while this is happening, you're all like trying to edge closer or something.
Oh yeah, I think we're having this debate whilst moving forward, like this very like what'd you throw your shoe for? Walking towards Tank.
Would we? This question: would any of us know, as police officers being frequenting this place for years, does the barkeeper keep a gun on the bar?
You're not aware of it if he does.
Okay. Is he nearby though? Speak to him.
Two of you have been behind the bar today, and neither of you have seen it. If he does.
What was his name? The barkeeper?
Damien.
Is he close enough for me to speak to quietly?
Around the same time, like trouble came on his bar, you noticed that Damien sort of just ducked in the back. I mean, he'd only been out for a few moments, so he'd literally come out and told you like something's going on, and then like gone back out the back to get Simon like to put his big boy pants back on.
Would it be possible for me to duck over the bar, or would it be very obvious from where they are?
It would be ridiculously obvious for like a big old like 19-stone man to dive over a bar.
So I'll do it anyway.
He's an action hero.
Roll over the bar.
Roll over the bar and take a glass with you without spilling it, because that's action hero. That's
well,
like
actually,
fucking hero.
it's one of the bottles of whiskey. He's still there. If I'll roll over and take the bottle of whiskey with me.
They're not sitting on the bar. There'd be optics on the back mostly.
I did that because I know he gave the bottle of whiskey to.
Yeah, my third drunk bottle of whiskey would be on our table.
Okay, fine. I'll just roll over the bar then and try and grab a bottle of the strongest alcohol I can see, and a bar rag.
Oh god.
Oh
okay.
no! No, Lieutenant, we're fucking here. Don't.
Do it, dude.
Not again. I mean, I've only just got over the 3rd-degree burns from last time. We're still. I think me and Cuss and Trip, if you're with, are still making our way toward Tank, having this conversation. We're not being.
I'll give you guys time to like deal with this a different way. But in case whatever you're planning doesn't go right, I'm going to be making a Molotov behind the bar.
Do not burn my shoe.
Yeah, he's only just got that shoot. Well, to be fair, you just got that shoot and you threw it away. I mean,
It like boomerang. I get it back.
Are we anywhere near Becca now?
Sonny's like running to the bar. And he tries to dive over. Rick and Jeb, the two like previously unnamed goons on the right hand side of the door that's next to the bar. Like notice this. Rick attempts to dive over the bar to see what you're trying to do, like to get there first. And Jeb opens fire with his pistol.
I'm going to play my my talent of Not My Baby, which gives me +2 to lift heavy objects when friends are in danger. And I'm going to try and lift up a table and throw it at Jeb, who just opened fire.
Awesome.
Cool, because I was going to take out the guy who was diving over the bar, so that sounds perfect.
Yeah. Okay, well, Jeb's shot is going to get rolled first. For fuck's sake. Why can NPCs never do anything right? Yeah, Jeb just like fires wildly in Sonny's direction. At this point, Sonny makes his way successfully over the bar. And Rick has just started moving in the same direction.
Can I tell you what I want to do? As I see him diving, using my like judo motherfucker, I want to grab him as he's flying through the air, slide him along the bar, and as he's sliding out, I want to shoot a window so he goes out of the building.
I forgot you had a gun on you.
I have a gun, yeah. I have my clutch pistol. It's a complete waste of a shot and I've only got 2, but this is fucking cool. Just like, whoosh.
You can if you want.
That's exactly what I want to do. Alright, in what order do I need to roll shit?
Well, first you're going to need to grapple the dude.
Cool. I'm going to do legendary point because why the hell not? I think I'm going to argue dexterity because I'm trying to pluck him out of the air. I'm just using his momentum. I'm just continuing to push it along.
Yeah.
Just trying to nudge it a little. Oh, that wasn't good.
Legendary botch.
Oh, okay, yeah. You were always destined to fail. Yeah, Rick makes it like successfully over the bar. Like he completes like an absolutely pro like commando roll on the other side. He comes up pistol in hand, like in Sonny's face. It's like, hold it, motherfucker! At this point, we're going to get back to the table swinging action.
That's cool.
Awesome. I'm going to argue endurance because it's like a really heavy table, so I'm going to have to. Or is it strength? It's strength.
That's
isn't it?
strength.
Yeah, right.
That's strength. You don't tough it out.
It's worth trying. Right. So, oh shit.
What? Oh, lovely.
At
At one point, you can use a legendary reroll.
Yeah.
Everyone is going to die before we go through the.
Yeah, go on. I'm going to use one of the legendaries.
Good job.
Get a
Okay.
reroll. 1. So I've got 4, so that gives me a 5.
Okay, I really want to give you something, but remember you do have your action hero perk.
Oh, and I've got +2 because it was
and
not
Martyr.
my baby. So
So
7.
you can with your martyr perk spend health to increase your rolls.
That's awesome.
All right, yeah, I'm going to
Take
go
a
with that.
glancing shot to like
Do it.
tell the
So I had
game.
7. God, what do I need?
Hack a 5 on there because that's a
Yeah,
nice
go on.
good number.
Yeah, go on. I'll take 5 off my HP.
Okay, yeah. Take it up to 12. So yeah, you rip the tabletop off of one of the tables that's bolted to the floor. And what do you want to do with this table?
At
You
this
have
point,
like a-
I
you
want
have
to kind of
5
throw it
foot
like a
stack
frisbee.
of like thick wood.
So I'm going to throw it like a frisbee, and I'm going to try and take them both out with the frisbee table. Frisbee.
You've had to,
if
you've had to
everyone-
run back to get to a table.
If
So
everyone
now,
is in the
Rick
doorway,
is like
you can
Rick
just
is like
chuck
at
it into the
your
doorway.
Yeah.
Rick is like at your 3 o'clock. The other guys are at your 12.
Okay.
No, I'm the one by the bar. Just go with the group at the
Yeah,
door.
take like because
Yeah,
if they're
go
all
on, I'm gonna
standing
take
in
the
the
group out.
doorway near a staircase, you frisbee into
Yeah.
them, and they'll.
Yeah, I'm going to go with
They'll
the group
have
because
to
I
do
want to play
something.
Skittles with them.
Yes.
Okay.
Aren't we in the way?
No,
It's gonna go
I'm
over you.
near the bar. She's gonna
Yeah.
arc it like a pro.
Tank is the closest there.
It's
Yeah.
like ultimate table frisbee.
In fact, while you're doing this, Cuss draws level with you. Do you want to like make this a dual action?
Yeah.
Do you want to work together to throw this extra hard?
Oh yes. Let's do this.
Go on, both of you take a. Screw it. I will let it be a straight up strength, just to throw this as hard as possible.
8.
I'm going to re-roll that.
Woo, burning the legendaries tonight. Crit.
Nice.
Nice.
Crit. Right. Well, yes. 8 and a crit. You throw this. Unfortunately, Tank's end hits the floor just before the doorway, and it flips. It catches the 3 dudes on the left. Like it actually smacks them against the doorway, and they just crumple behind this gigantic door. And then the tabletop, laying flat now, laying straight up, just rolls past the dude with the submachine gun into the stairway. The other 2 guys who are now standing by this door look decidedly put out. Somewhat terrified. The dude with the submachine gun is just going to rip fire into the room. So anyone who's not currently laying behind a heavy fixture, take a reflex.
What is it rolled into?
It's rolled down into the stairway
Uh-huh.
behind them.
Alright, so we don't need to roll this.
No, the guy firing a machine gun into the room is why you need to roll a reflex.
Ah, okay.
Crit again.
Jesus fuck. Yeah. So Lucas just puts one hand on like the heavy leather couch and just throws himself over.
Your dice, when they matter, fuck me. Thank you.
4.
1.
Oof. Yeah.
I'm
So
switching dice, your dice are cursed.
So what was that one, Blood?
I botched. Again.
You botched.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So we've got a botch, a 1, and a not very much. Right. So yeah, the rest of you.
I have a quick question. The guy
Yeah.
who's standing above me pointing a pistol at me, does he duck or react to the fact the submachine gun's just spraying the room he's standing in?
No, he's got his back to this. He's heard something, but he's like, "Stop, motherfucker!"
So he hasn't tried to dodge out the way as the submachine gun sprays the room because he was standing, wasn't he, above the bar?
Yeah. No, he's standing over you. He did a commando roll. He's standing over you, but only because you're laying behind the bar.
Okay, so he's still ducked down below the bar then.
He runs a fair risk of being hit. But yeah. Right. So. So Blood takes 8 damage.
I only take 4 damage because my endurance is 4.
That's cool. Spanners, I seem to remember you didn't roll very well.
No, I've got a 4.
Oh.
Yes. Well, you take a glorious 4 damage.
Less
Would
whatever
you
your
play
endurance is.
Yep, less your endurance.
Less for endurance. Okay, my endurance is 5.
Yeah.
Well, so you just
You
puff
always
that
take
shit out.
a
You always
single
take
point,
1
don't you?
damage though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Minimum of 1.
When you get hit by a bullet, it's just because you're tough doesn't mean there's not a hole. And Roastie, standing in the open, just like, huh? A gun? Oh, Roastie also takes 4. That wasn't as terrible as it could have been.
I have an
But
endurance
in the
of 4,
meantime,
so I
you know,
take 1.
Nice.
yeah. In the meantime, you see Linda and Simon and like countless bottles of whiskey and like maybe a few innocent patrons just getting riddled with bullets. This dude just stands there in the classic like 1980s like, oh my god, there's a bad guy with an AK or something. It's going, ah! And hosing the entire damn room.
Does the dude pointing the gun at me take any rounds?
Yes. Yes. He gets clipped like just over his left ear. There's just like this little puff of blood. Jesus.
His head explodes, does it?
No, his head doesn't explode. Actually, who had bloody mess?
Me.
She is the other side of the bar because you tried to grab him as he jumped over.
Oh, Jesus
I
Christ.
can see him. He's right by me.
Yeah, technically this doesn't apply, but fuck it, why not? Yeah, because there is someone with bloody mess nearby, like his left ear, like that whole side of his head, like to his jaw, just like peels off and splatters across the room. Like you can see like little bits of skull under the torn flesh. He's not dead. He is, however, no longer pointing a gun at you.
Excellent.
He's laying there, just, like holding the side of his head on, going. "Ah!" But yeah,
Could I take an opportunity to smack him around the side of the head with a bottle? I was trying to make a Molotov out of.
Knock him out, knock him out. We need him, knock him out.
Yeah.
I'm going to blast him around the side of the head with a bottle. Whether he survives or not is not really my concern right now.
Okay, fair
go for
point. Fair point.
Make your armed CC.
Okay.
Like, he's aware. He's like looking straight at you.
Yeah, but he's also looking to sort of clutching the side of his head on.
Oh, yeah,
so-
I think he's like trying to plead with you to help.
Excellent.
He just can't quite overcome the screams.
I used the legendary reroll because I rolled poorly and I then crit.
Oh, nice.
Fucking hell.
So what I'll do then is I've got the bottle there. I'll be like, I'll take a look, kind of like try and like get him to put his hands out and just blast him around the side of the head.
Oh Jesus. Okay. Yeah, you smack him in the side of the head with the bottle. The bottle like breaks. You slash off like most of the rest of what remains of the left side of his face with like the broken bottle as it continues. You quite clearly see like his nose just like flap off.
Oh, grim. I love it.
You can see, you can see his eyeball from angles no person was meant to. He's not moving at all. He's not screaming. He's not moving. You're not sure if he's breathing.
Now I have a pistol.
Yes. Now you do have a pistol.
I've only
You
had
now
a
have a pistol smeared with the blood of an unaware idiot. Well, then now we can. I think that was Rick. So no more Rick.
I'm going to go pick up my shoe.
You do realise someone's spraying the room with an AK right now?
Yeah, I want my shoe back.
In that case, I'm just going to pull out my pistol and I'm just going to shoot the guy, like, really calmly, like, bamf.
Yeah. In the meantime, this guy's gun has run dry. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got the once again, it's the classic like movie bad guy thing. He's hosed the room, and then there's like that dramatic silence as he stands there, like hitting it like it's jammed or something.
Is anyone really close by to him? Because this is like he's run out of ammo, in which case I don't need to shoot him.
I'd like
There are
to
two guys standing to his right, and there are three guys presumably laying next to the door.
Yeah, Trip was saying something.
I was going to take the opportunity to run towards the door, but to the side of it to get into cover.
Yeah. Okay. Oh.
Right, so if he's going to be an absolute idiot, I'm going to run towards this guy with my collapsible baton, and I'm going to try and smack him in the face with it.
Which guy? There are three.
The guy whose guns run dry. So I was quite close. So.
Okay. On the way, On the way, the two guys who are just the one guy who's just standing there bemused, who having done nothing so far, is just gonna try and dive in the way. Like he sees a gigantic woman with a collapsible baton advancing. He's like, no! He's just. These guys all have names now. Yes, Al is gonna dive in the way, going, no, Jim! Yeah, because they love each other deeply or something. I don't know. And he's going to attempt to grapple you. So you have an opposed grapple, which is always fun. So, if you found that on the character sheet yet.
Yep. 11.
Yeah, you beat the shit out of that. You just you bat him aside. Like, it's the most ridiculous. He's just graduated from touch rugby attempt to tackle someone in the world. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Slurring on the touch rugby, guys.
He literally just walks in your way and goes, no, and you just go, bam. You slap him aside with contemptuous ease. At this point, Owl hits the deck. He's not particularly hurt. He's just failed. And Jim has just enough time to look up at you with a panicked look in his eye. Screw it. I'm going to let him take a reflex to see what he does. There's been a slight delay. And he botches.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to let you take a free intimidate. You're still
Awesome.
running.
I'm still running.
Do whatever you were going to do, but we're going to get a free intimidate in first.
Alright, so intimidate. Oh shit. I'm going to get a 6. So I think
Yeah,
I'm going to throw my bunny slipper
you see
back.
his eyes widen. He's clearly quite alarmed. But then you see his jaw clench. He clearly thinks that. He clearly thinks Al wasn't shit. You can't take me. I think that would be a glorious point to roll in a little break.
Good, because now I can go pee.
Yeah, same.
Yeah,
Yay,
so
yay.
we're gonna be back in 10 minutes or so. So we shall catch you then.
Hello.
Bye.
Most of us are back. Let's put it like that.
Yes. Well, most of us are back. Sonny Duscaletti has been replaced by 2 armchairs and a door. But hey, we shall resume the encounter where we left it, where we have a rather unlucky gunman named Jim. Despite the best efforts of his mate Al, probably about to get pelted in the head with a collapsible baton. Or I don't know, you might go for the knee. You might be that kind of vicious sod.
Go for the groin.
I'm going to go for the groin. Of course I'm going to go for the groin.
Go for the eyes, boo! Go for the eyes.
Go for the hat.
Oh.
The power is in the hat. We all know this.
Okay, so I'm going to take a sliding knee with the with my collapsible baton. Collapse, but then I'm going to flick it out so that as it comes out, it's going to smack him in the
Oh,
nuts.
it's just gonna give him a sack tap, bap.
Nice.
I love how you're treating the collapsible baton in the same way that, the most ridiculously vindictive, older brother would a collapsible lightsaber.
I want the
Right,
noise as well, so when it comes out,
You just make the noise.
yeah.
Have we just added to canon that that Tank is a massive Star Wars fan?
Yes.
Okay, right.
It's
Roll your
so
attack.
sad that Dusk got killed just a moment ago.
You'll miss him.
Yeah.
Ah, Tank.
Rest in
Roll
pieces.
your retribution strike for Sonny's recent death.
Okay. Seven.
It's impossible for you to roll a
No,
7.
that's not right. That's not right. Hang on. Give us a sec. I'm looking at the wrong one. 3.
What?
Am I looking at the right one?
Hang on.
What have you rolled?
Hang on.
What is literally on the dice?
Ah, right. In which case, a 1.
A 1 is on the dice.
One
Then
is on
you
the
have rolled an 8.
Where am I looking?
So,
Oh, yes.
on the
There
right
I
hand
am.
side,
Sorry.
you've got your total. Add that one.
Nope. Yeah, so 8.
You've rolled an 8. Well, in the normal flow of events, you would have just stopped short of hitting his crotch. You, however, are a goddamn action hero.
Burn 2! Burn 2! Make it happen! That's why we have our HP. It's just a resource bar now.
Yeah. yeah. I'm going to burn 2. Right, so I've got 7. Let's take it up to a 10. Starting to get down.
Right, you take it up to a 10. You you now have a John McClane moment where you slide along, you flip out your collapsible baton, and you stop, and you sort of shimmy. You shimmy like an extra 6 inches on your ass and just go BAM! And whack him straight in the nuts with the handle of the baton instead. Roll your damage, you horrendous being. Roll your d6. I know you want to.
5.
Oh.
So you do 13 damage to this poor man's crotch. Nope. Right, yeah. Jim just folds and falls backwards down the stairs. Gun in his lap. Just oh! He probably did more. He probably hurt himself more hitting himself in the crotch with his gun subsequently than you did with the baton. But it still doesn't help his situation. He just tumbles backwards down the stairs, and by the time he reaches the first landing, you're pretty convinced he's not moving. He stopped screaming like at the 4th step. These are hard concrete steps. Yeah, you're pretty sure Jim isn't getting up.
How many of these sons of bitches are left?
There's Al and Jeb. There are like...
Is the Jeb
Jim
one
is-
that's standing over the boss?
No, that was Rick.
Oh, and he's toasted.
Yeah. Al is laying flat on his face in the doorway. Jeb is just standing there with his gun out, like, oh shit!
I would.
And there are 3 guys crushed against the other door.
I would very much like to run over and grab Jeb, Al, for attempting to grab Tank. I would like to basically pick him up and throw him out the door.
Okay, I want you to take a reflex.
Okay. I need to find the dice that aren't going to screw me.
All dice will screw you eventually.
Okay, it could have been worse. It could have been worse.
Okay, well, if it could have been worse, you failed because the dude who was going to shoot you for running at him just crit.
Oh, okay. Well, that's fair then. That's
Yeah.
okay.
But he still has to hit. And he is an NPC, so let's just see. He manages to get the shot off in your direction. He like catches you in the leg, like the lower leg. Like his aim is pretty panicked. It does do 6 damage though.
That's 2 damage.
No, he's like hit you in the calf.
Just grazed me.
Like it's uncomfortable. It throws you off on your run, but
I'm gonna grab him by like the belt and by like the front of his shirt, and then just literally throw him out the bar.
okay, give it the grapples.
Fresh
Come on.
Prince of Bel-Air style.
Yes, I would like to Fresh Prince. I want to like DJ Jazzy throw him out there. I'll take that. I'll take that. I don't know
you
exactly
get?
what my grapple is. I'm 14. What did he
Horrible swine. He got what he thought was a quite respectable 13.
get? Then he can eat me.
Yeah. Yeah, you stand there for a moment, like, you think, like, huh, this guy's had training. And then you just, like, kick his leg and sweep it and throw him. You throw him like clear over the like the inside handrail, like over onto the next flight of stairs.
Excellent.
And based on the power of your judo, motherfucker, he smashes into the wall first. Roll some tasty ass damage from smashing into a wall. We'll call it a D8.
A D8.
Yeah. This is just his hitting the wall damage.
I have a really stupid idea. I'm not sure you intended it to be used this way, but I'm gonna roll this and see what happens. Alright. I straight up rolled a 7 on the dice. I would like to burn 4 of my hit points, so he takes 11 damage.
Okay.
I want to hear that crack.
Oh yeah.
And it needs to be bloody,
He
'cause I
smacks
threw
into the wall, and you notice like a big blood stain. He then falls, like the other 8 feet, like to the bottom of that flight of stairs, and takes a further 8 damage. Like, he was most likely dead when he hit the wall.
He's definitely dead now. There's no
Yeah.
kill like overkill.
Yeah, if I imagine just because you're a badass, you step over and look over the railing.
No, there's other guys in here, so I'm gonna leave my crew.
There's one
until it
guy
happens.
laying on the floor at your feet.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna look down at him. It's like,
There's,
would you like to be removed too?
He says something in the vague sort of area of don't hit me, don't hit me.
I'm just gonna sit on
That's
him.
like crawling in the direction of the
Nope.
stair.
I'm just gonna sit on him.
Wasn't a guy called Jeb who had a gun still?
There was a guy called Jeb. I want to.
Yeah, that's the guy you just threw out the room.
Oh, okay, I thought it was a different guy.
No, she grabbed the guy who shot her.
Okay.
So it's Al.
Yeah,
So it's-
Al is laying on
Al's
the
there.
floor.
Okay, I thought you grabbed Al. I thought Jeb was still
No,
there.
no, Jeb was the one who ended up shooting me, so I grabbed him first. What
Right,
are you
Trick.
doing, Roasty?
That's fine. I thought Jeb was still in the room.
It's right. There is a guy at my feet.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to be much of a threat now, though.
He's like piteously wailing and trying to crawl out the room.
Ooh, have fun with him.
Who's the big guy? Sit on him.
I'll sit on him.
I forgot to say who's the big guy. We have 3 extremely big people in this room.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, Cuss goes over and sits on him.
And I'm going to sing a lullaby to him.
Okay, Cuss is going to go and sing. Cuss, for God's sake, take a strength test.
Crush him to death.
Actually, no. Take a physical endurance test.
He's not riding him. Bloke's talking about to buck him off.
Physical endurance.
This is-
14.
This what?
14.
14. Okay, yeah. You completely ace it. You don't give a shit. This is actually for the strain on Lucas's legs, trying not to sit on the guy with all his weight. You're trying not to hurt this guy, just sit on him and hold him still.
Right.
I assume you've divested him of his gun. Like probably some time ago now. So right, you have 6 guns. Enjoy.
Oh.
How do you wish to divide these 6 guns?
I think
yeah.
at least one each. One each who wants to be a Kimbo assassin.
6. I'm just going to wave frantically at him. Going, me. I want guns. Give me guns.
We'll toss 2 over to a Kimbo assassin over there.
I'll keep the one I got from the guy who jumped over the bar at me.
Yeah. Well, that's one of the 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you 2 taking a gun each as well?
I'll have one.
I'll take a pistol.
Do you know what? I'm feeling
someone
lucky.
have a
I'm
machine
feeling
gun?
lucky that I'm going to find another weapon of some sort, so I'll chuck the other pistol over at Trip as well.
Didn't someone have to have a submachine gun as well, or was that run out of ammo?
Let's have a minute.
That's jammed and down the stairs.
Yeah, for that.
That's a good point. Have these guns got like ammo in them?
Yes. Yes, we are going to generate those guns right now. You can see what the damage on a gun should be on the character sheet. They have no modifiers, they're perfectly normal objects. So just in your little character sheet.
So
but
if all the
pistol,
characters,
small
so if
gun.
they're all the same, for those of you who have 2, you basically just duplicate this down. So you name whatever your gun, whatever you want to call it. I assume in this case, pistol. You could name it Percy or Steve. It doesn't really matter.
Harrison, Jeff.
Harrison, Jeff, Patricia, whatever strikes your fancy. The type
Gunther.
is small gun. Condition is everyday. There are no modifiers to these, I assume.
Nope.
Good, because that makes life a lot easier.
Yep.
Alright. The attack is whatever the total in your small guns is. So it could be an 8 or a 5 or a 2. Whatever the number in there, that goes into your attack. That basically just tells you what it adds to your attack roll.
Yeah.
The damage is a d8 plus that number and any other perks you have which are constant. Like you may have proficiency or it gives you extra +2 for damage.
I don't believe anyone does.
I don't think it does. Crit in botch dies, just leave blank.
Yeah.
And then your clip size is whatever he's about to tell us it is.
It's 20.
Ooh. Jeez.
Because I rolled a 12.
Nice.
A 12 and an 8. So congratulations, you have enormous clips. God damn it, I wish I hadn't rolled that.
Sucker, and that's the same for all the guns. So for those of you with 2, you basically have 40 ammo things.
Yes. It's all right. Yeah, you've divvied up your guns. You all now feel you now all feel manly and powerful for the men, and you now all feel gloriously well armed and deadly. In the case of Tank, Tank just feels deadly most of the time, to be honest. But the men around it, apart from maybe Lucas, now feel more manful because the gigantic, scary, terrifying women who murder things around. You maybe feel you need to have a gun to shore things up. Anyway, congratulations, Lucas. You're now in the dark. It's all good.
Yes, that's the timer on my lights. Never mind.
Okay.
Telling you it's time to go to bed.
You've gone into danger mode.
No. This
Right,
is
yeah.
danger mode.
So you have the stairs open before you and all of the mangled corpses. Damien comes out. It's just like, wow. I'm pretty astounded. You only broke one table. I mean, they've caused tons of damage, but congratulations. I mean, I've heard about you guys. This is good for you.
Oh, don't worry, we're only getting started. You might need to re-plaster the stairway though. I'll point out to the blood and possibly dent in the wall.
Oh, and you might want to.
He looks up there and shit. I'm glad that belongs to the city.
I'll put it on there. I'll put it on our tab.
Yeah.
Would you like a photo of us to take away in this happy moment?
A photo? Are you mad? There are people with guns coming to kill us.
Yeah, but we'll deal with them. Don't you worry. It's what we do.
I think I'll see to my brother and his girlfriend first. Yeah.
Oh, fair enough. Selfie,
You call
anyone?
that a shot, yeah?
Selfie, Bravo team, selfie.
So,
Yeah. We all huddle in. I pull up my phone. Selfie. I assume that Al is still laying at our feet. Still being
I just
sat
hold
on.
his head up.
As you're,
Yes.
yeah, you're still sitting on him. Yeah, he's still there.
We
Which
grab
means
his
that I
arm
can
so he
stand
play.
while all the taller guys are doing that thing of it. You're holding his head up to the camera as like squatting down. It's like, I can get us all in. Hang on. Tilt his head to the left.
Smile.
To the left. Smile.
Grab his arm so he can wave.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go keep an eye on the stairwell while this isn't happening, in case he decides to walk up it.
Oh no, Lieutenant, come on. You've got to be involved in this. This is a bonding moment. This is the
I'm
least
getting
amount of
involved in
damage
this.
we have ever
The gunmen
caused.
that are coming up the stairs.
Yeah, but we'll deal with them in a minute. Come on, live
Put
life on
down
the
your
edge, boss.
camera. Come on. We've got work to do.
I'll put it down if you get in the shot.
Fine. I'll step back in the shot so you can take a picture.
I take a
And then
picture
we're
of them.
Simon's starting to get a little distraught. Like his girlfriend is bleeding heavily, and you're like taking a fucking picture. He's like tying bar rags around around her upper thigh to stop her leg like bleeding profusely. He's like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
It's right, it's how we deal with the traumas of what we just lived through. Right, should we go downstairs and deal with the rest of these motherfuckers?
Yes!
Go for it.
Alright.
Do we not want to help her?
How about well, there's nothing I can do. I'm way too pissed to be like wrapping bar rags around people.
Yeah, right, leave us.
Shoving it down their throat and setting it on fire, that's a different thing. That kind of carnage I can do, but that, as she points at the buzzer,
Kind of that.
that I can't do.
So I lead the charge down the stairs.
Oh, also, just as a side thing, Nicole Banff gets 1 point of HP back for killing someone in an awesome way. I rolled a d6, you got a 1.
Thank you.
And, screw it. Yeah. Becca gets... Jesus, these are cursed. 2 for dealing with Jim in a suitably awesome manner. Sorry it couldn't have been more, but I don't want to be overly generous, or you'll just kill yourselves with Marta.
Yeah. That's my plan.
Yeah.
You've taken so far like 5 times more damage to yourself than you have from gunfire so far.
So yeah, you
Worth it.
actually roll on down the stairs, alert to notice any more gunmen. As you start walking down, you can hear like the guys. Jim, particularly, you can hear has a radio on him. Like you can hear like the squawks of other people on the same channel. Like it's not turned up very loud, so you can't just like hear what he's saying.
I take off the radio and I throw it at Trip.
Okay. Trip, take a reflex.
I'm not like bamfing it. I don't know. I'm just throwing
You're not
underarm
just
at him.
pass it.
No, that's not
You have
happening.
to throw it.
Oh, no, you've got the skills, man. I mean, I know, think fast and you'll catch it. So think fast.
Yeah. Take a reflex, Trip.
3.
God.
Think
Oh, no.
fast.
You've got to think a bit
Yeah.
faster than that, boss.
Yeah.
Wait. It's got to be bigger than that because Derek, she said, was 5, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So it's, if you've rolled a 3, it's an 8.
Yeah, plus half of your dexterity.
Yeah, I've already calculated.
Oh, okay. Really?
Yeah.
It's
Trip's reflex is 5.
Oh.
yeah, it's that plus you throw.
Okay, so yeah, 8.
Yeah. Okay. On an 8, like you get a hand to it just as it's like sailing over your shoulder. Like you have to turn to grab it. It's like, and you say exactly what you just said. Like, did you have to throw that? That was fucking stupid.
Yeah, of course it is. I mean, I trust you've got the skills, boss.
Right, so can we use the radio to listen in?
Yeah. I mean, that's what you literally overheard when it was just squawking away. Yeah, so you're doing that right now. Okay. You pick it up and you can just hear them saying like floor 2 secured, like call in for like floor 2 secured, floor 3 secured, like floor 4. Floor 4.
I respond.
Do you want me to give this a go? I'm pretty good at voices myself.
Go for it.
I'll think I'll go. Floor 4 secure.
No. Ah.
Wow,
It's
you
like
paid
floor
attention
5.
to what voices they made.
To be fair,
Floor
they're just
5.
shouting
How
out.
big's
Like,
going up there?
we're on floor 5, aren't we?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll pass it over to Chip. Yeah, here you go. Say floor 4, floor 5 secure.
Floor 5, secure.
Who is this? Identify.
This is Jeb.
Oh, you've been helping yourself to the bloody whiskey, have you?
A little bit.
All right, well, you give the radio back to Jim. I need to give him a stern talking to.
Okay, and I pass the radio back to cuss.
Uh-oh.
Blah, 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 blah.
Transmission unclear. Can you repeat?
Blah.
God damn it! There's something wrong with the radios. Send a team up to check. Floor 4. Can you go and check on floor 5?
I
The
grab the
radios
camera
are
back
failing.
on. I grab the camera up and go on the way.
So we're going to give it 20
At
seconds,
which
right?
point you hear another voice going, "Yeah, we'll be up there in a minute."
For the guys who didn't say all clear just now.
Yeah.
They're just like, hang on, someone said all clear.
I've got a feeling we might be a little bit screwed. It's alright. I mean, if...
I'm going to... I've got a plan. They're coming up the stairs, aren't they?
Yeah.
I'm going to go back to the bar and grab like as many bottles as I can quickly get. Of
Oh, no,
pint
no,
and
Captain.
alcohol.
No, Lieutenant, it's a bad idea. We've got to get down there to get rid of the rest of the terrorists or whatever they are.
It's alright, it's concrete. It'll go up quickly. I'll
Yeah,
pass
but it
the
means
bottle
we're
out.
going to be stuck up here. You
Only
know
for
that
like a
heat
few seconds.
rises, right?
Yeah, and concrete
do not-
stairs don't catch fire.
Yeah, but if we chuck the fire down there, we can't get past that fire barrier. And if we can
Yeah.
get past it, they can get past it to get back up to us.
Look, have you ever lit a Christmas pudding? Do you know how long it burns for?
Then what's the point of chucking it?
Because it burns for those few seconds while people go, "Oh, I'm on fire!"
Oh, you think you're chucking it at them? Alright, I'm in
Yes.
that job. I like that. Fair enough.
That's literally it. Just like throw the alcohol down there. When they come up the stairs, drop the lighter down there. They'll go up, and then the fire will burn itself out in about that.
Are you not thinking of
30
just chucking
seconds.
Molotovs then?
Well, we could do as well, but if we set fire to the floor before they walk up it, then we're guaranteed to set fire to what they're walking on. At least start them.
Who is that shouting up there?
While you guys are talking, I'd like to go and grab another tabletop, and I want to get to these people really, really quickly. So I'm going to try and ride it down the stairs.
Oh God, no!
I want to give you my legendary point to do that. I'm burning my last legendary point to see that happen.
I think there's already one at the top of the stairs, isn't it? Or did it roll down the
Oh,
stairs?
yeah, rolled over, so I want to use that.
It's down there with Jim.
Oh, okay. But I know it hit the people in the doorway. I didn't think it rolled past them.
Yeah.
Okay.
It hit the guys on the right side of the door, and then it rolled past Jim down the stairs. So you could just grab the one that's already down there if you want.
Yeah.
There's no point running two, because otherwise we would actually be possibly crossing that threshold into causing more destruction than we ever have done before.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so I want to grab that tabletop that's already there, and I want to ride that down the stairs with my 2 guns.
Why is it
Stairs
always
aren't actually wide enough for that.
Okay, well, in which case I punch the side of the table so I can ride the table.
Screw it. Give me some attacks. If you're going to attempt to break this table, it's a big ass hardwood table.
Okay.
I'll give you my legendary point when you ride down, because that's what I want to see.
Right, so if I'm going to do attacks, I'm so sorry.
While you're doing that, Dusk,
Thank you.
are you actually going and getting this booze?
Yeah, I'd already grabbed it and walked back, and I was in a discussion with her. So at this point, I'd be pouring it over the stairs,
Thank you.
like soaking the stairwell, underneath her. So you said it was the stairs kind of went down and then back again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That's-
basically, looking down the stairs, and I can see the stairs kind of going away from us and then cutting down and back. My
We
camera's
could
really
pour it to be honest, we could pour it underneath where we are and we'd get that
That's
staircase.
basically, yeah. So looking at the banister, I can see the stairs kind of going underneath me and then looping back round again. So I want to pour the
flights
alcohol.
of stairs going down.
Yeah. So I want to pour the alcohol onto the stairs there. So basically, there's a puddle of alcohol there, and then as people are running up through it, I could just drop a lighter or something like a burning rag over the top, and it would just set it
Okay.
off.
Fair enough. What's Cuss
Right.
doing?
Finding your shoe.
I think I picked the shoe up earlier.
Are you changing into your new shoes?
Yes.
Excellent. Have a look.
I'm
at
still
your-
wearing my slippers. I didn't wear anything else. I just came out wearing my slippers.
Just gonna try.
I
the
want to say
elevator
lose a
again.
legendary point, but okay. Just, go on. What? What's that,
I'm just
Cuss?
I'm just gonna try the elevator again.
Okay, yeah, it's still broken. You're still breaking the buttons. Trip, what are you doing?
I am going to brace in the stairwell and get my pistols trained in case anyone comes up.
Okay. Right.
Okay, so to punch the table, we have a 9.
Did you
Okay,
roll
one side. I assume you're trying to like smash off one side of the table.
Yeah.
You swing the table like at the banister, like in order to like snap it off. And yeah, you managed to break like a good foot off of this table.
Awesome.
It would now probably fit down the stairs.
Okay.
If it turns at all, it will jam. But
Right, so
like, if it rides straight down, it will be all good. Whether you can balance on it, and whether you can make it to turn the 2 corners you need to get to the bottom of the stairs is another thing. But
okay, so I'm going to hit it again. I'm just going to hit it on the stairs again. Just
you're
break
attempting to
up
make a
the
surfboard, aren't you?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, roll again. Okay, that was an 8.
Yeah, screw it. The other side splinters off. You now have like a 3-foot wide board.
Right then, I'm going to ride it down the stairs.
Excellent. You run and dive on down the stairs. The rest of them have formed like a blockade behind a wall of fire behind you. But okay.
It's not on fire yet.
Yes, I know. But yeah, you ride valiantly down. Screw it, I'm not even going to make you roll. You will ride valiantly down the second flight of stairs onto the second landing. You haven't seen anyone yet. Like, someone shouted up about what's all that fucking shouting about. And you know there's someone on their way.
Okay, I'm going to shout out.
Like, you can hear some people milling around downstairs.
So, guys, there are people down here. Let's get this done.
Okay, you hear from downstairs someone going like, Gunter, is that you?
Gus, I think we need your voice.
Yeah. Can't take a charisma check.
I think you're going to have to make a manipulate check on that one.
Yeah, that's fine. Manipulate's right. Yeah, I reckon I can do that with my 9 modifier.
Yep.
Yeah, I crit.
Fuck yeah. Okay.
21.
The voice downstairs, it breaks into like a short blurt of German at you, or you assume it's German. It's a very Germanic sounding language.
Yeah.
You get from the inflections, you get the impression there's a question being asked. What do you respond?
Yeah.
What language are they speaking in?
German.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this particular dude has just shouted up to Gunter, and then when he responded like he was there, they talked to him in German. Okay, none of you understand German, so that's all good. Yeah, you just shouted "yeah" back down. Immediately they're like "yeah." Oh shit! Rushing up. You hear like at least 2 people coming up the stairs.
Okay. I've got my little rag here ready to drop over onto my pool of alcohol as they kind of come to that area.
Yeah. Okay, they've Tank, you now are aware that they're on the balcony. They're on the landing below you, like directly the next flight of stairs down from you.
Okay.
Like, if you look around the stairs, you can see them. Are you going to make your glorious surfboard attack?
I am going to make my glorious surfboard attack.
Okay. I will require you to roll. Argue me something.
What are you hitting them with?
Well, no, this is just to successfully ride a surfboard down while doing whatever the hell else you're trying to do on concrete stairs.
Right, so it's either got to be endurance or dexterity.
Reflex.
Yeah. Argue me one. Should we say endurance because you're really good at that?
You're enduring the bumping.
I am during the bumping. I am holding on to my surfboard whilst also holding on to my guns. I am enduring the pain of going downstairs.
Yeah.
On a
I will allow
table.
you to make this an endurance mental. Just to get that extra little squeeze on it.
Okay.
Because this is you mentally enduring trying to aim while sliding downstairs.
You're trying to tell yourself that this is a good idea.
Yeah.
We are
This
quite
is your
hammered,
mental
so
health
this
damage.
is a good idea.
This is
You're just sitting
always
there
a good
singing
idea.
Dr. Pepper in your head, like, what's the worst that could
happen.
But, oh, fucking yes, it's a crit.
Yes!
Nice.
Fuck yes. Fuck yes. I want you to roll one attack roll
Okay.
with a pistol, one small gun attack roll. I will allow you to ride that crit into a hit on one guy, but I want you to see what your other hand is doing. As you zoom down here, Akimbo Assassin on the broken tabletop.
11.
11.
Yep.
As in a flat 11, or
No,
made it up to.
made it up to.
Okay, yeah, you slide on down these stairs. Bam, bam.
I'm singing Ride of the Valkyries at this point.
We should all be, as soon as she starts this, we should all join in, so it echoes down this fucking hallway.
I'm just so tempted to drop the flaming rag now so we can have her riding the surfboard down the stairs.
She's
shooting
on a
it.
surfboard,
Oh, yes.
so she won't be affected by the flame. Because
Yes.
the surfboard's longer and it'll be underneath her, so fucking do it.
Okay,
Do it.
I'll do it then. So you can be riding down through the wall, like the surfboard through the wall of flame, so you can
Whilst-
be riding down the on a flaming
Whilst everyone is like humming this, like it echoes down the hallways, you get whoosh, and you just see her go down like bam, bam.
surf. Yeah, go on then, we'll do that.
Okay, yeah. So you you literally tear out of this place like a bat out of hell, pistol in both hands, dispensing death as you go. Roll me 2 separate pistol damages.
A 7.
Yep.
Another 7.
In total.
You get to add your modifier for your pistols on
Ah.
as well.
If you've rolled a 7, that's a 12.
Yeah, it is indeed. Sorry, that's my fault. Can't add up.
Yeah.
Really
There's
ought
a
to.
7 and another 7, so it's 2 12s.
Yes.
She's gone. Bam bam! 12 damage, motherfucker. Okay, yeah. Jesus, fuck. Okay.
Jeff, get the flaming surfboard modifier.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't
you
know
need
you
what
to-
for-
kind of
you forget-
modifier
you-
that is, but there has to be some
Yeah.
kind of modifier.
You're forgetting the looking fucking cool modifier
Yeah.
here.
Okay. Here is what we shall do for the looking fucking cool modifier. Everyone, take a D4 and roll it.
2.
4.
1.
3.
2.
You roll
Excellent.
twice.
You... Who knows? Anyway, your surfboard modifier is apparently now 15.
Hey!
So yeah, you dispense 27 damage to each of them, and they.
I'm standing
Where-
above
where
them,
are
by
you
the way.
aiming? What?
So I have bloody mess. I'm standing above them.
Yep. Where were you aiming? Were you just no nonsense center massing or what? Or were you just hoping to hit them?
Yeah, I'm just like flailing around.
Okay, yeah, you're just flailing. Okay,
I like the idea you start from the top as you're higher, and as you go down, you're gradually shooting them lower and lower, so you're like drawing a line down them with bullets.
oh, no, this is action movie cool. So you're just going like, oh, bam, bam.
Yeah. This is
If
the
you're
most
doing
unless,
that-
unless you
Maybe.
want to do,
If
unless
you're
you
doing
want
that
to do
on your
more.
guns, you need to turn around and do that on your surfboard as well.
Yeah,
One over
I'm
flame.
blowing at a surfboard like.
Or attempt you just hop off and run. Yeah, Jesus. Yeah, you catch Jeff, the one on the left. Like, you catch him like just to the right of his crotch, in his hip, and it's not pretty. It's not pretty at all. Like, you see his wallet fall out of his pocket, which is just a bit sad, really. He falls backwards against the wall. His pocket, the contents of his pocket, fall on the floor. He has just enough time to notice before bleeding out. because you've just like blown out like all of his major arteries in his pelvis. His pelvis is probably also shattered. You know, before he passes out, he just like sees like his wallet with pictures of his kids like hit the floor.
Oh, what an unprofessional.
Yeah.
Who in their right mind turns up to commit some sort of terrorist act with pictures of their kids, which can help identify who they are? Good job.
Not expecting to survive.
So why'd you... Oh, jeez.
But yes, yeah, he hits the floor, and Hal, the guy next to him, catches it in the throat. Because it's traditional on Bloodthirsty Puppets for people to get shot in the throat, apparently.
As it is, yeah.
Yeah, and he manages something like a before just falling on his face. Abe and Eric, the guy standing behind them, just nope out of there, and decide to run back down the stairs. It's like, fuck this! Why didn't you tell us this was happening?
It's the equivalent of the Nope bug from the Nope universe.
Yes, they're noping out of there. Yeah. They flee from the mad woman and the fire. Yeah. So now you have an awful lot of hot fire between you and your friend and two terrified men.
Okay.
Well, from where our position at the top of the stairs here, can we see these guys trying to run down the stairs?
No, you can see an awful lot of fire.
Okay.
I run
Probably
back
some
to
smoke.
the bar and grab the soda dispensers.
Good man.
And
Do you use it to water down your drinks further?
Oh, no, I also go. I use them to drink a lot and then urinate on the fire. But I think
Oh yeah, do it. Do it.
No, I think
Sort
we'll
of
go with just
turnaround
spraying
time.
bottles on the fire.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. In the manner of everyone who's ever tried to put out a liquid fire with water, you spray the soda onto the quite deep puddles of alcohol at this point, and just move the alcohol further down the stairs.
Are there no fire extinguishers in this area?
Yeah, there probably are.
Oh, I'm gonna
They're
get a
not.
fire
They're not like
extinguisher.
sitting here on the on. There's not any up here. There might be some in the bar. There might be some further down the stairs.
Come on, there's always some sort of like lame fire extinguisher to break up the dullness of the wall in a staircase like this.
Yeah, there might
It's
be
an action
one
movie. Hang on,
down
it's
by
action.
Tang.
Okay, this is my argument. It's like if you were taking like a cinematic view of this, right? We'd be standing against like a cream wall, and we've got like horrible concrete stairs, right? They have to break this visual up by having things on the wall, like fire axes and fire extinguishers. My argument right now is there should be a fire extinguisher because this is an action movie.
You're standing in the doorway of a bar. There
No,
are
no, I'm on
signs
the
for the
staircase.
bar.
I'm standing
Yeah.
on the staircase with everyone else.
Yeah, that's what's at the top of the staircase. Is the doorway to the bar.
Yeah, and there should be a fire extinguisher next to it because plot says I need it to be there.
There's probably a fire extinguisher inside the bar. There's not one on
Fine.
the wall
I
outside
will
it.
leave this mise-en-scène of boring, creamy, concrete bullshit. I'll go into the bar, I'll grab a fire extinguisher, and I'll start putting the fire out.
Excellent.
You're so lame.
Yes. Tank, at this point, you notice there's a fire extinguisher next to you.
Yeah, but she's downstairs, so that makes
Yes.
sense.
In the middle of the stairs.
Right.
Where there aren't people who own businesses have fire extinguishers.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay, so I'm gonna try and run back up the stairs and try and put the fire out as I go up.
Yeah, we're working on it from a two-pronged assault, right? Yeah.
Excellent.
Three prongs.
Three. Are you
Three.
still
Yeah.
chucking
forgot, yeah,
water?
he's chucking
Oh,
water.
it's
on
only
it.
Yeah. Yes. Two of you are using sensible carbon dioxide fire extinguishers, and one of you is spreading the fire down the stairs.
But just to go through, it's not really this.
Yes. Anyway, yes. Yeah. Tank notices there's like burning alcohol like floating on fizzy water, just like dripping down the center, the tiny little like foot wide central divider between the flights of stairs.
Right, I'm just gonna start shouting abuse up, and be like, just put the water down. Just, come on.
Yeah.
And I try not to burn my seat, you know.
Okay, who's got the radio?
I do.
You.
Trip.
Okay, Trip, you can hear on the radio that the floor 4 team, a guy who identifies himself as Abe, is saying, Someone shot Jeff and Hal. They're dead, man. They're fucking dead. Floor 5 is fucked. We're not going up there. There's a fire. Like, what the hell?
Ask to speak to the boss, Trip. Ask to speak to the boss. Tell them we're the terrorising terrorists from, Terradon or something. I don't know. And they're stepping on our turf. I don't know. Or just like pull, because we can't pull the cop card anymore, right?
I think the cop card is probably a bit of a stretch, yeah.
Yeah, we'll try and sound like that German dude.
You've got this, Trip. Go on.
I can't speak German. I have a terrible German accent.
Oh, you don't. Go on, do it.
You've got it. Go on. This is clearly not my normal accent either, so just do it. You've got it. Go on.
Go on, ask for a hamster.
I mean, not only is this just great, but also looking at mechanically, Trip is the worst possible person to talk on a radio.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be beautiful.
It is beautiful.
Okay. So I press the button and say, hello? I would like to speak to the man in charge.
Who's that?
The new man in charge.
Bravo. 10 minutes, bravo.
That's a Landstrom.
I don't know if that came across.
Yes, it did.
It is Professor Landstrom.
And I'm quite mad.
Oh god.
I don't know who you think you're fucking about with, but you can't stay up there forever.
We do not intend to.
You just hear you just hear the bloke going, switch to the alternate channel, and the radio goes dead.
Okay.
Oh my god. I hate you, Skagger, so much. If you have a problem, don't click the link Skageth clicked, but from my perverted point of view, please click that, because my god.
I was just looking through the rest of the ones you linked. Actually, there's some brilliant ones down there. But yeah, your note bug is something special.
No, that is my new note bug. Just... oh,
Holy
man.
Shit. Whoa, holy fuck. Anyway, yes. So, you've successfully antagonized whoever it is who is trying to kill you. They know where you are. They know you're not Gunter. And they know you're not the team from floor 5. Okay. Right.
Have we put the fire out yet?
Yeah,
It would have gone out by now.
yeah, I mean, alcohol doesn't burn for long. It just burns ridiculously hot. So yeah, you've got the fire out. You've got you've got Abe and Eric on the run, and the radio you're now holding is useless because they realised you were listening in.
Well, if it's useless, can I use it to make something more exciting, like a taser?
You could try.
It's got batteries.
Yep.
Yeah.
It has points of electrical contact in there.
Yeah, we can do something useful with that, I'm sure.
Yeah. If you could make it hold, make it deliver a meaningful charge, maybe. But yeah. So you're faintly aware that the teams underneath are probably massing to just sweep through and wipe you out. That's what you would do.
Have we got any phones on us, by the way?
Yep.
No.
Yes.
No.
I said I had a
This is-
phone. We took a selfie.
Where? Oh yes, you did actually. Yeah, that's true.
Also, it's modern day. Of course we were going to bloody phones.
Actually, it never said it was modern day.
Either
I was
way, I
originally
have a
gonna say
phone that
it's
has a
great,
camera
okay.
on it. It's got to be fairly modern.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got a
Well,
phone.
so-
What's
yeah.
up?
Have we considered that we should probably actually call the police to stop anyone escaping the building?
Oh, right, yeah. That's
These
actually probably a good
guys
fucking
can't
idea.
just run out the front door and disappear.
Yeah, but you're forgetting something, boss. If we manage to prove that we can do this with minimal damage, Oh, they might arrow us back.
To be fair, there's hostages in the building. They're not going to storm in, but they can stop people running out the front door.
Oh, I see. You want them to provide security while we deal with the problem.
Yeah.
All right. Oh,
So, yeah.
I'll phone the boss, like the dude who fired us. I'm gonna call him.
Your old captain.
Yeah.
Okay. After enough rings for it to be a little rude. The dude answers. He's just like, "What do you want, Bamf?"
All right. I want to let you know we got a little bit of situation here at the oh shit, where are we? There's some Dahl building or something.
The Dahl.
The Dahl. Yeah, got a little situation here at the Dahl. You might want to have a crack team of negotiators / perimeter guys turn up because there's a bit of an hostage situation. Not us.
What have you done now?
I ain't done nothing. Look, boss, you know me. I'm not that kind of girl. I cause damage. I don't take hostages because that's just so not my style. So it looks like the mayor and this charity gig is a bit holed up, and there's some horrible dudes who run in with AKs and other type. She reels off whatever guns they are. So we've got a nice little collection. We've dealt with most of them. Well, we dealt with some of them. We're just going to go down and clear out the rest of the building, but you might want to stop people running out, maybe get some negotiators on board and stuff.
So,
Yes.
I'll have to verify this. You understand?
Oh, yeah, sure. Hang on a minute. Is anyone still alive? Hey, what happened to Al? Hang on a minute. Hey, what happened to Al?
I think Al is like quite thoroughly beaten and laying like unarmed on the floor of the bar.
I'll go
Is he
back
still
upstairs.
whimpering?
Yeah.
Does he still talk?
Yeah, hang on a minute. Yeah, hang on a minute, boss. Just give me a moment. Hang on, Captain. Hang on. And I'll like saunter over, like just sit down next to. Is Al conscious?
Nope.
Here, Trip. Do you fancy spraying him with some water so we can get him back awake?
I will spray him with some water.
I'll give him a little slap.
Face.
Little slap.
Yep. He just botched and then crit.
Excellent.
Okay. Yeah.
Hello, Al. I'm just going to put you on with my captain. Can you tell him who you are, please? And I'll put the phone on his ear and put it on speaker so that I can hear what's going on too. And I'll give him a little tiny love tap on the throat, like. Boom.
I don't want to tell him. I don't. Do I have to?
Yeah, you got to tell him who you are.
We're from the Red Sun Brotherhood. We want you to release Serge Takarian. Because just make sure they won't hit me anymore. I don't want to die.
Yeah, I'll pick up the phone. Like, yeah, from the sounds of it, they're treating their own men pretty bad as well. They're keeping him out, under control by hitting him and beating him. This guy's lovely. We managed to rescue him and everything, and he's sort of on our side now. I'll give him a little tap on the cheek. So yeah, here you go, boss.
They're still hitting me.
It's alright, don't worry, mate. I'll give him a gentle stroke. So it's okay. Don't worry about it. You've got you now. No harm's gonna come to you anymore.
On me. The big one sat on me and it hurt.
Yeah, apparently there's a really big dude. I'm gonna walk away. It's like, yeah, there's apparently this really big dude who's terrorising everyone as well. So there you go, Captain. That's probably all the verification you need, right?
Yeah. So the Red Sun Brotherhood checks out. I mean, we knew one of their leaders was Takaran's brother, so yeah, it makes sense.
There you go. Right. Well, we'll try and do what we can from inside, boss. Lieutenant Dusk is doing his best. You know what he's like. So yeah, we'll try and get this nailed down. Make sure no one gets out. I'll kind of busy right now. Laters.
Bamf.
What? Yeah.
Let me make this absolutely clear. You are to do nothing. Do nothing.
I'm sorry,
Go back
what was
to the
that?
bar,
I'm
finish
sorry.
your drink.
Sorry, we're in some sort of and then I'll close the phone.
Fuck you, Bamf!
Does that do everything ever? Okay.
I heard allow nothing to happen to the prisoner, to the hostages. Is that what we heard?
Yeah, that's what we heard.
what we heard?
Nothing. Do nothing to the hostages.
Yeah, make sure nothing happens to the hostages, do nothing to the hostages. That's what you heard. There was a lot of interference, so we all agreed there was interference, right?
Yeah,
Good,
you
excellent.
clearly
I
you
didn't
couldn't
hear
carry
an
on.
interference. It was quite clear, really.
A load
Shut up, you.
Shut me, pipsqueak.
Don't hit me! Don't hit me!
Alright. Let's go get him.
down the stairs we go.
As you head out the bar, you notice like Damien like props Al up in like one of the booths and like gives him like a cheap beer. Just like, calm down, mate. Like, it's over now. Just, chill the fuck out.
Alright, I'm guessing we're descending down the stairs?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you head down the stairs. You pass the bundle of rags that was previously Jim. You pass the bundle of rags that was previously Jeb. You pass the half exploded corpses that were previously Jeff and Hal, and then you pass the burned, scorched earth sort of approach, and you step over the tabletop surfboard, and as you head down the next 2 flights of stairs, you come to a very meaty looking locked door. And it has do not enter, under construction. Like, it's chained and locked.
We've so got to go in there.
It's chained and locked from this side.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
From
okay.
shoot
That's-
the lock.
There are some tools on the floor next to it. Like, clearly the guys who were sent to this floor hadn't cleared it because they couldn't get in. Like, there's a bunch of broken lockpicks laying on the floor. Like, in the style of how it would actually be in every Skyrim and Fallout game. Like, anything worth going to, there'd just be a pile of broken lockpicks around anything.
You've done the numbers
just-
on my sheet wrong.
Have I?
Yeah. You give me a 4 in sneak, it should be a +1, not -1. Ugh. Number fail.
Tech use.
Because I was thinking whether or not we could use some of these lockpicks to open this door.
What skill would it come under?
Lockpicking. Sneak.
Ooh.
Are you ginormous
Oh
and
my-
sneaky?
I might be a bit sneaky. I've got a 6 on that.
Oh, cool, me too. I'll stand back and let you do it, because, if something comes through that door, it's a bit more than I can handle, they'll bounce off you, so...
I'll just give them a slap.
Exactly. Also, I
Should
need
we
a
give it a
bit of range from my gun,
Well, you keep your gun open. I'll open the door, something comes through, I'll give them a slap, you shoot me in the head, sorted.
Yeah, alright, got a perfect setup. Alright, everyone take aim.
Okay, so you rack up around this door while Tank finesses things.
Crits it.
Yeah. Yeah. You just you get you pick up some of the lockpicks from the floor. You realise that some of them weren't broken; they just hadn't been used yet, or maybe the guys had just discarded them because they didn't know how to use lockpicks. And you just literally touch the lock and then realise it's not properly locked. And you just hit it against the door and it pops open. It was just rusty. It just hadn't been closed properly. So they've been fiddling with this lock and it couldn't have possibly released because it wasn't properly on. You just bam, tick, huh. You just release the padlock. You pop the doors open. It's like a fire door, so it's got the bar on it. You pop it open, and inside is it's like an office area. There's decorating tools everywhere. There's ladders. There's toolboxes. The ceiling is the ceiling tiles haven't been put back. They're clearly remodeling it.
Okay. There's no one in there.
No one you can see now.
Okay. Are we going in?
Yeah.
Of course, why not?
You say this room's empty?
As far as you can see at the moment, yeah. I mean, there's dividing cubicle walls, but they're still in the process of decorating the place.
This isn't where the hostages are being held, right? Because there's no hostages here.
No.
They'd be down at the gala. And it's clearly locked to stop whoever is getting out. So maybe we
is
should
there
just go
any-
down and find them.
Alright. Is there anything in the room?
there's like bunches of tools and stuff like that. I mean, there's clearly people have just downed tools for the night and locked the place up. It's like, screw it. No one will get in. We've got a really good lock.
All right. So, do we want to move on?
Yeah, I mean, the hostages aren't here, so...
If anyone wants to purloin, say, like, some wire strippers and a crowbar, now's the time.
Oh, hell yeah.
I'll take some wire strippers.
If Spanners, perchance, wants to get a very large spanner.
Oh, yeah. So I'm going to rifle through the toolbox and see if I can find a spanner.
Yeah. Well, it's a fair size, but I mean, this floor is bigger than the floor you've just come from. Like, the floors get larger as they go down.
So that counts as a what kind of weapon?
So
would
that'll be armed.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's-
okay.
Yeah. Its profile, for all intents and purposes, is almost identical to your collapsible baton. However, because I am just absolutely aware of how craftsmen get about their tools, it is a polished condition, which means you get a +1 to attack and a +2 to damage. Because it is a very nice shiny spanner.
It is a shiny spanner.
Yes.
Nice.
In any other game we were playing, this would have been a red wrench, but hey. Yes, you have a very big shiny spanner. If you want to hand off your collapsible baton to someone else, you can, but if you just want to akimbo it, you have akimbo pistols and akimbo like close combat weapons.
That's the way to
Anyone
go.
not got 2 guns?
Me. I don't have to.
Okay.
I've only got one, but I
banner?
only want one. So.
Yeah, I'll take whatever you want to give over.
Yeah. Take the baton.
Sweet.
It's blunt. It's got +7 attack and D6 +8 damage.
D6, alright.
Those are just your
Yeah, I know
abilities.
this, yeah, I know this.
And she got a +1 because she's a bruiser.
Yep.
Yeah, tank gets an extra +1 to her close combat damages. It makes her a little bit slower, but better ahead.
Violent.
Yes. Yes. Also, just a aside, so you remember, when you screw things up, you can always call a clumsy on it, which means that I'll just have to imagine some good way of it working out. You'll still fail, but something good might happen. Anyway, yeah. So yeah, floor 4 appears to basically be a bust. You know, this was locked down. I mean, if you really wanted to explore it, you could. Like, you know that there is a radio station that was meant to be sited here. I mean, you don't know if it's currently up and running, but this is where the local news radio station was until it got closed for remodeling.
Right.
Or you
Boss,
can
your
continue
call.
downstairs again.
Yeah, Lieutenant, what do you want us to do?
Well, they'll be expecting us to come down, so they'll probably have guarded off like the stairway down. What about the external? Is there an external fire exit or fire stairway or anything?
We could climb down the elevator, boss.
Yeah, that's another option.
Seems like a totally action hero thing to do. We pry open the doors, we climb down. See if we have a look-see.
Or is there any way we could get the elevators working again?
Maybe. Anyone good at hacking terminals and shit?
No.
My tech use is quite high.
Do you think you
Get
could?
on it, dude.
Do you think you could trick one of them into looking like it's still out of order, but get it moving?
I can give that a try.
Yeah, as you're rooting about in floor 4, while Spanners is looking for a spanner, Trip, you find like what's going to be a little security office, because obviously this is a lot of city-owned businesses, things like that. So it's a little more official than some of the other areas. You find a little security office, and it has like the ability to lock down the lifts. So it has access to the lift systems. Also the fire systems, sprinklers, shit like that. And, someone's, as I said, all the stuff's been left here. So there's a laptop there, up. It's currently running like diagnostics on the main system. But you can always just purloin it for your own use.
Okay, I'd like to use the laptop to re-enable one of the lifts.
Okay, give me a tech use here.
That comes out at 14.
Fuck yes.
Fuck yeah.
Not only do you re-enable the lift, but you take control of all of the lifts, and you send them up to the fifth. You send all the other 2 lifts. You send up to the 5th floor.
Okay.
To take it away from them.
Can I send the 2 that Cuss managed to break the buttons for?
Yes. Yes. Basically, you managed to move all of the lifts out off the floors that these terrorists control.
Okay.
You stop one when it gets to your floor. As far as the terrorists are concerned, all of the lift signs, all the screens still read out of order.
Okay.
So yes, you have access to a lift now.
Sweet.
Excellent.
So, if we can get down below them, we can surprise them. Is there a?
Go down to like the sub basement and come up one.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah, because they won't be expecting one to pop up from below them.
Yeah.
Yes. Does
I wouldn't mention that the first floor is 450 feet above the ground.
What is
You're at the
below?
top of the
There's
tower.
no
You're in an observation. You're in like the top 5 floors, observation floors. The rest of it is a tower with no floors, no ground at all.
Alright, well, we just want to go one level below where we think
Yeah.
we are.
It's like the CN Tower in Toronto. It's a very big tower with a lift in a shaft, basically.
Okay.
And then you get to the top, and there's an observation blister with restaurants and stuff like that in it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if we go down to floor 1, they won't be expecting anyone to pop out the lift there. But there may well be guys around with guns, so we'll be prepared to come out, guns blazing.
I think we can do that.
Yeah.
The other option we could have is: does this elevator have like an escape hatch on the top of it?
Yeah, I think they all would.
Yeah, most likely, yeah.
How big is it? Is it big enough to easily kind of go in and out of?
Not easily. It's not designed, particularly not for yourself or Cuss.
No. Okay. Because I was thinking one of the things we could do is if we basically go and sit on top of the elevator, send it down, climb on top of the elevator. When the door opens, if there's anyone with guns there, they're probably going to go into the lift to investigate. At which point we could drop on them, or at least shoot them down through the hatch, and clear anyone who's immediately next to the elevators.
Yeah, give it a go. If you want.
Yeah. So we do that.
Yeah.
Sounds like a workable plan.
Or if we want to, we could have one of us lay there, pretend laying like unconscious on the floor, and have everyone.
Oh no, I don't want to get hit.
No, can't we use Jeb for that?
Well, I might be a good person to do that because I'm not going to be very easy going.
No, don't risk yourself. He's right. Yeah, use Jib.
Well, they're not going to shoot around a body laying in the lift, are they?
No, but they might go and check and see what's going on with them.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It'll draw them in. You guys could be sitting covering me from above if anyone
But
steps.
if we stick their own mate down there, like we gag him, we tie him up, we leave a little note on there like, haha,
Alright.
motherfuckers, you know.
Oh yeah, we'll do that then. We'll do that. We'll tie Jeb up, leave a note on him saying, haha, now we have a machine gun or something. Dress up Santa Claus.
Yeah,
Surely we
exactly.
need to leave like a little note on them just saying yippee ki
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we've
Are
all
you
seen
just
the
going to
classics,
are you just going to lash a bundle of dead terrorists together and send them down in the lift?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, just Jeb actually, because he's still alive, isn't he? So on Twitch more.
Ow.
Yeah, live
Ow.
bait is better.
Al's
Do you
alive.
think he'll
Absolutely.
twitch more if we like strap someone who's already dead to him?
Oh yeah, I think that's a psychological thing, isn't it? It's like we left one of them alive, ha ha ha, motherfuckers.
Well, you reckon he'll Twitch more if he's got a dead person strapped to him or something?
Oh yeah, because it'll freak him out. Have you seen him? He's an absolute like wet bag.
So you're gonna lie him down and like strap his dead mate on top of him or something?
Yeah.
Like
Just gonna
sushi.
take his severed hand and just wipe it on him.
Thirsty knows exactly the moment I'm thinking about right now. Yeah,
Yeah.
let's do it.
Okay. So yeah, you tie a bundle of well, I don't know, a bundle of mangled victim together, and you send it down, conveniently revealing to a live terrorist that the lifts are working.
Well, he just want him to go to a certain place, that's all.
Yeah.
Anyone who's there when it comes down is going to notice, but they're also about to be shot. So
yeah, you're all climbing on top of this lift.
Yeah.
Are you doing this before or
Yeah.
after? Are you going and getting Al and dragging him down, or are you taking the lift up to the 5th floor?
might as well take the lift up to
True,
the 5th
take
floor
lift.
because we're going upstairs. No one else is going to notice anyway.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so you take the lift up to the 5th floor. You tie dead terrorists to living terrorists. There are 3 unconscious terrorists in the top floor as well, who just got battered against a wall by a tabletop.
Yeah, they're not going to be moving very swiftly though. So,
Oh no! But do you want to tie them into the bundle?
to be fair, I'm quite happy just tying up the guy who's the guy who's going to twitch more.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
He's
Okay.
actually going to twitch.
Yeah. So you've got you've got Al and Jim tied together. Yeah, and you send the lift down. And right, okay, I'm going to need dexterity checks from everyone trying to climb through this goddamn hatch, unless you 2 giant dudes decide not to.
Well,
I'll
I
give
was.
it a go.
And is there enough room by the doors for me to actually tuck round beside the door so you can't immediately see when you look in?
No,
Can I
no,
use my
you're a very, very obese man.
Can I use my small frame to give me some sort of enhancement on this roll? Because I'm small and dexterous and can fit into tiny spaces. And this is a particularly large dude, so if I argue that I'm squeezing around him, and that would count as a small space.
That's not an issue. The lifts are big. You can get. It's more just getting out through this hole. You won't have any particular issue.
Yeah.
A large, a big hefty bloke would have a problem climbing through this hole.
So do I have
Can
to
I-
roll to get through this hole still?
Yeah, because it's high up and you're short.
Can I suggest a modification to this plan?
Uh-huh.
Can we not just stay with the terminal to send the lift down without anyone in or above it? Let the doors open, let the terrorists go in, check on their mate, seal the doors, and bring them back down to us.
You got to be careful, because if they put their arm in the door won't close. So you have to override that protocol. Once you've done that, then if they
We
got
do
their
that.
arm stuck in the door as it goes up, it's their own bloody fault, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think it's
Yeah.
a perfect plan. I love it. Bring them up to us.
So at that point, you have the Omen style lifts.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Okay.
this is a perfect plan.
I think that's pretty easier than trying to get fat people through small holes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you stay with the console. You send the lift down. After these guys load it up, I assume they come back down to you on the 4th floor. Are you guys all getting back together on the 4th floor, or?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we all
Yeah.
need to
Wouldn't
go.
be together. I don't want to be splitting up. So.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, you send the lift down to first floor, 2nd floor, what floor? Ground.
Where do you want to go to?
I think.
I
well,
reckon go
we
to
want
the
first floor,
ground
don't we?
because we want to be below them. Because they'll be expecting us to come down, so if we know floor 5 and 4 are basically clear.
Wait a minute,
They're
wait a minute.
on floor 3.
If the head honcho himself is not going to step in his elevator, right?
No,
Right.
No.
So we're going to have a bunch of terrorists with guns in there. So why don't we bring them up and stop them halfway between different floors? Because then we've neutralised a bunch of them. We don't have to deal with them. And if they manage to
What,
pry
they
open the
escape through
doors,
hatch?
yeah, but then they'll be stuck in the elevator shaft. And if we make sure all the other doors are closed, it's not too much. We can keep them contained for a while, is what I'm saying. Because what we want to do is find the head honcho. So we've eliminated some of them at least for a time. So we've got enough time to go find him.
Yeah, or we could bring them up, hold them at gunpoint, and extract that information and know where they are.
it's a good point. If they bring them up here, we can actually just be covering the door with guns as soon as it opens. We could just be drop them or we shoot.
Well, fair enough.
While you're having this
trying to avoid the
conversation,
killing conversation because I don't think our captain would be too
I
tough
didn't
with
say
that.
kill them.
While you're having this conversation, you start to hear sirens, albeit quite faintly because you're very high up, but you hear sirens.
That's about time they turned up.
Right, someone's going to
Hooray.
get out now. Do you want to just kind of guns blazing? Or do you want to bring
As
them
far
up?
as I'm aware, you're sending this lift down empty.
Yeah, we've not done that yet.
Okay.
So yeah, you don't send this lift down empty. Well, with this dude in it.
Strapped to his dead mates.
Yeah, strapped to his dead mates. You leave it a few minutes. screw it. There's a camera in the lift, so you probably you can tap into that.
I was about to say they'd have cameras in these. Come on.
Yeah, I know. It's whether you've tapped into them or not.
Of course.
Yeah, you've tapped into the camera. You took control of the goddamn system. So yeah, you're sitting there looking at the cameras. There's two guys who like go in. Like there's one standing there with like a first aid kit in the doorway. Like he's got like one knee in the lift and one knee out the lift as he like opens the med kit and starts looking through.
I say close the doors.
With him.
With him partway in.
Don't forget that the doors will just spring open again because they're lift doors, not like death trap doors.
But that'll be enough to make him either jump forward or back. Either way, he's
True.
out of the way.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. The lift doors start closing. The dude just... the dude, he sees it and he goes like... Yeah. You basically read his lips. It's the most obvious lip reading ever. He's like, "It's a trap!" And he dives outward. He leaves the med kit in the doorway and just dives. Like, his gun is still in the lift. Like,
Was he the only guy that went in, was he?
No, there's two guys in there, and it's him on his knees. He just like dives out. The other two guys standing there and just like, "Huh? Oh shit! I thought the lifts were broken. Like, wait a minute, the lift's here. What the fuck?" The door's just closed, and they just stand there looking at each other like, "Huh, shit." Yeah, where are you sending this lift?
At this point, can we activate the emergency lighting in the lift only?
The emergency lighting's on everywhere. That's the only lighting.
Oh, okay. Can we cut the light to the lift?
Yeah.
Right, let's do that. Let's put them in the darkness.
With a dead body.
With a dead body.
Okay, yeah. You cut the lights. They're plunged into intense darkness. The
And
dead
we bring
guy.
it up to the 4th floor.
Okay, you bring it up to the 4th floor. The doors.
We're on the 4th
doors
floor.
open. Yeah,
Good, okay.
yeah. You're standing. You're right next to the lift doors.
Right.
On the 4th floor in a little security office. Yeah. Are you going to tell the other guys this?
No.
You've just been sitting here like tapping away at this laptop. And it's like
Yeah, I warn them as it comes up. It's 1st floor to 4th floor. There's plenty of time for them to get ready.
because like yeah, I remind you like, the screens over the top of these lifts still say they're out of order.
Oh no, I mentioned
Like-
the lift's coming.
Yeah.
Oh,
I imagine based on the fact that like that Trip has virtually no charisma, I'll say his social awareness is quite low. So basically, the doors ping like before the lift opens, and he's just like, "Oh yeah, the lift's back."
Yeah, that'll do.
I'm gonna aim my gun at the lift because I don't know what's going on. He's told us jack shit about what's going on.
Me too, so I'm going to be covering it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna motherfucker. I'm gonna get my shiny spanner out.
Yeah. Okay, what's Cuss doing?
I'm preparing my fists.
Okay,
Shoot.
preparing your
Who's
fists.
wearing his shoes?
All right. Okay. Yeah. The doors start slowly opening. Like you see Al laying on the floor. He's just like, "You said you wouldn't hurt me anymore."
I'm gonna just smack him over the head with a spanner. Shut up.
Okay, you're running in and smacking him in the head. Christ.
I would say, like, shout at the guys to drop their weapons, but like, Tank's just running there with the spanners.
Yeah. Tank's just run in there with a spanner. The other two guys in there are going to attempt to grapple you. Yeah, roll me a grapple. One of them's utterly failed, no matter what. But
8.
fuck yes, one of them actually managed to grapple you. This guy, he manages to like loop his elbow in around the arm you're trying to swing, and he just like wrenches it up behind you, pushes you against the wall.
Okay, I'm gonna try and attack him with my weaponized thighs.
As we're standing here, could I take a shot at him? If he tries
Would
doing
it
that.
not be better to let Cuss go and jump on him?
Because he's fucking huge.
Yeah,
Can do. I was going to shoot him in the knee.
yeah. You notice that the guy who failed his grapple is like hitting the closed door button frantically.
I think.
But of course, you have control of the system, so it does nothing.
Alright, yeah.
And and just incidentally, most closed door buttons do nothing. Most of them aren't actually wired into anything. Yes, you got someone like grappling your friend up against the wall, and just like, "Don't come closer, or I'll fucking kill her." He hasn't got anything in his hands to kill her with. But
All right. In which case, I'm going to use my art as fuck to intimidate him into missing.
missing.
But
He's already
missing-
holding you.
I suppose. Yeah, he's got a yeah.
To letting you go.
Letting me go. I'm going to intimidate him into letting me go,
Give it a shot.
which is once per game. Okay.
I don't know. I'd say this is just an intimidate. This isn't
Yeah.
durability.
Okay.
Yeah.
8.
Equal. He doesn't seem convinced.
Can I shoot him in the knee now?
Go for it.
Yeah.
Okay. I've got my pistol and I just go bang!
Yeah. He hesitates for a moment, looks a little unsure, and at which point, dust fires. Roll your attack, dust.
Definitely a non. I'm going to use my cooled shot ability.
Okay.
Draw bead.
Yeah.
So that's +2 to hit.
You're blowing out his knee because
Yeah.
you're a wonderful human being.
Absolutely. He's got my my friend up against the wall. He's definitely gonna be shot. So let's see. That's a 9.
Burn your health. We are literally
good
right
point.
towards the end of
I
the game.
forgot.
If you
I've got
have,
that, yes.
if you have more than a single hit point at the end of this
I'm
particular
gonna make that a
game,
13.
scrum.
So yeah, I'm gonna get boost up to a 13 to hit. I mean,
Yeah,
he's just
okay,
facing
yeah.
the target, and I've had time to take a bead at his leg.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You smash it through his leg, just under the knee,
Yeah.
breaking his shin bone. It's like you were gonna try and kneecap him, then you realise that was probably a bit, irreversible.
Yeah.
So you just break his leg instead.
Yeah. The whole point is just to get him on the floor. Really, I'm not really
Yeah.
looking to cause major permanent damage. It's just a case of get on the floor. No, okay, bang, you're on the floor.
Well, yeah. that's what sucks about guns, folks. Shit, hard luck.
Yeah.
You,
I
shoot him just under the knee. It breaks his shin bone. His shin bends at 90 degrees, the wrong way, out to the side. And he just folds into the wall, smacks his head on the wall.
I'd like to, you said, there's another guy in here.
Mm.
I'd like to very, very slowly pull out my gun and my collapsible baton and walk towards him. And I want to say, look, mate, we systematically pulled apart all of your friends. We've just shot that guy in the knee, and he looks like he's in a lot of fucking pain. Mate, you don't even have a name tag. You don't even have a name tag. Why don't you just put your gun down, just lay down on the ground, and be done with it?
You see him recognize the reference. There's a glint of mirth in his eye, then
And then
he looks around, and then there's a second glint of terror. He just fumbles pulling his gun out on purpose. Oh no! And lays down on the floor with his hands behind his head.
I kick the weapon out.
It's you hurt me so badly. I can't fight anymore. You heard that, right, guys?
Yeah, I put my foot on the gun and kick it away.
Yeah. The safety's not even off.
Yeah.
He's making no effort whatsoever to hurt you.
Alright, let's ask our questions.
Go for a trip.
Yeah.
Go on, Trip.
Trip.
Trip had some questions.
Trip, go on.
You had some questions. Yeah, you had questions for them.
Who's in charge?
Grigor!
Where's Grigor?
At the gala! Where else would you be? Where the hostages are?
What's he look like?
Big fella, beard, not a lot of hair. He wears camo a lot. He sometimes has a bandana on.
Oh
I don't
my
know
god, have
who's
you
there.
put Ben in this game?
Yeah.
I'm bringing his puppet so people know what he looks like.
Yeah.
Fuck me.
I want to take his radio.
Yeah, go for it. At this point, you could probably take this guy's wife and kids. He's just please don't kill me.
I was going to take his trousers as well.
Take them. If you want them, take them.
And his shoes. I want shoes.
He's gonna strip this guy down.
Yeah, he takes his shoes off. He's just like, please, just whatever, just don't hurt me.
Are we up on the 5th or 4th floor at the moment?
Fourth.
Okay, can we get up to the 5th floor so we can leave these guys with the barkeeper?
If you want, you could just lock them in the lift.
Do we trust the barkeeper?
Oh yeah,
He
the
gives us lots
barkeeper
of
is right.
booze. I mean, he
I
knows
thought we
what I
could
want.
give him one. We could give him one of these pistols and just tell him to like not let any of these guys move, and then we've got someone looking after them.
He did disappear just as everyone burst in.
Yeah, but equally they were armed and he wasn't. If he's the only one with a gun, he'd probably be a bit braver.
What, you think he's a mole? The guy who's been serving us booze faithfully for like however long we've been the Bravo team is a mole.
Yeah, I don't think he's mad. I think he's probably scared, but people burst into his pub with guns, which, to be fair, I don't blame him for.
Did you say his name was Gregor?
That's the bad guy, yeah.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Right, we're gonna go and find him then.
Gregor
Yeah, so
Sakaran.
I'm not spelling that, dude.
Ah, come on. It's
So we
spelled
just,
exactly how it sounds.
No, I'm not doing it.
How many other guys you got with him? I'll ask the dude on the floor.
There's like 20 of us. I don't know. I don't count them really. You know, there was like 10 guys on 2 teams.
And are they spread all around the building or just in 2 places?
Well, we were sent out to clear the other floors.
How many of them? All right, how many of them are down there with him now?
I don't know. Depends if the other teams have gone back down.
All right, I'll rephrase this. You turned up with 20 guys and this head honcho, right?
I said I didn't count them. Like I knew there were. I know there were at least 20
Fuck
other
me,
guys.
you're an idiot. I kick him and then like talk to the other guy. Kick
The
him
other
hard.
guy.
Yeah, well, there's 2 of them, right?
Please.
Right.
Don't kill me, my leg. Oh
Well,
God,
I need
my
you
leg.
to think really clearly. How many people turned up with your head honcho guy?
That's not enough. That didn't. Ah!
I'd give him a hearty kick in the shin.
Oh,
Right, so I don't know how many more of these kickings you can take, but my mate over there, and I point at Cuss, he's got safety boots on right now, and I bet you it's going to hurt a lot more than this.
I'm just going to run in
Uh-oh.
and sort of just jump on one of them.
Oh, Magnus rushes in.
Yes. So
right.
happy.
What are you doing?
Just, you know, when
You've jumped on one of them. What are you doing? What is your intention?
Oh, just to sit on them. But you know, like when you do a bomb in like off a diving board. Something similar
you
to
go
that.
arse first, like
Wow.
yeah.
That is
Oh, God.
amazing.
Yeah, roll your
Cuss.
damage.
What is damage for arsing someone in the face?
It's unarmed close combat.
Oh, okay. What's that? Oh, D4, is it?
No. Read your heavy-handed. It's big
Oh,
old goddamn text.
D6 plus 9 fists. You break
Yep.
stuff.
Yeah.
13.
Yeah, you... Assuming you didn't hit the guy who was cooperating entirely, you hit the gobby guy, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah, you break him in half like a goddamn toothpick. Yeah, it's not funny how badly you kill him.
Yeah, I fart afterwards.
Oh my god.
Excellent.
Dude, we're in an elevator, man. I mean, come on.
Yeah, you do glory unto his ancestors by farting on his corpse. Congratulations. Right, so you noticed sirens before. You can now hear bullhorns. Like people are clearly shouting, like clearing the area. You know, shit is going down. This stuff has been like clearly verified now.
Right.
Probably due to the fact that there were a bunch of hostages being kept in a glass-floored ballroom, so they can just look up and go, "Oh, hostages."
I think we should get down to that floor and burst in and save the hostages. I think that's the only way forward at this point.
Yeah, I need retribution for being grappled.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean,
okay.
no one lays their hands on you without, like, severe recompense, right?
Severe recompense. He got arsed to death.
And you fed the other guy like broken leg. This is perfect.
So,
Right,
should we just ride this elevator down to floor 1 now?
Yeah. Let's take some dead
We've got
bodies with
control
us.
of it now. If we stand to one side and have these bodies kind of in the elevators there, the people won't immediately shoot in because if they look over, they'll see their own mates. So it'll
Hang on,
hopefully
is
stop.
Al still alive
spraying.
in this?
Yeah.
Fuck
Did we
yeah.
not hold them up using as human shields?
That's what I was thinking. It's like,
Alan, the half-naked guy, is still alive.
Excellent.
He somehow survived all this and he's just like, I just want to go to prison now, please.
okay, I'm gonna ask the really obvious question. We have an exceptionally fat dude. We have a very, very tall big dude. We have a very muscly woman. We've got me, who's absolutely tiny. We have Trip, who's also not a small guy. We have Al. We have the guy who sort of survived and a bunch of corpses. Can we actually all fit in this lift?
Yes, it is a very big lift.
Okay, that's fair enough. I was just
But
thinking, it's like this is gonna
lift
be
will
so
never be
deep.
the same again.
Like, it's not going to be comfortable. Like, but
And it's going to smell awful.
you can
We've got dead
conceivably,
bodies
like,
of broken
yeah.
people in here.
Like, the corpses aren't making things easier. If you just turfed the corpses out, things would be a lot easier.
Oh, shields.
Oh,
I agree. Leave them in for shields if we can. Leave them in.
Yeah, and if you were
throw them out.
if you were at all interested, at this point, like, you know, these two guys who you've got alive in here are like desperately trying to buy their lives. You know, they're trying to make emotional connections with you. Like, they're doing like hostage 101. They're telling you their real names. You know, they're discussing their family with you. Like, if you know, like, you know, Al reveals that his name is Alphonse. You know, he tells you like he has 3 kids. He's very proud of his youngest daughter's like painting.
Who's the one with the broken leg?
It doesn't matter. He's dead, and
Oh, he's dead.
he's not alive enough to tell you his
Okay,
name.
well,
He never
I'm still
asked
pissed
if he
off with
was
him, even
alive.
though he's dead. So I'm going to take his corpse
Yeah,
and I'm going to like sling him over my shoulder.
half
gives
naked
everyone a
Horace.
bit more room.
However,
Half-naked
is,
Horace
like,
is
a
now
bit
over
worried
my shoulder.
about all this.
Okay, so I've got one guy over my shoulder.
Yeah, so you're going to use Horace and Alphonse as your human shields. Excellent. So, right,
plus
yeah,
the
you,
corpses already had it there.
What?
Oh yeah, we've got 4 of them.
Mhm.
There you go.
Yeah.
Shields for everybody.
Yeah, you've got Jim, unnamed corpse, Horace and Alphonse. Wonderful. So yes, yeah, I assume that Trip hops in with you rather than just sending the lift and going, you know what, I'll just take
Well-
credit for this when you all leave.
I don't know. I might take the stairs. No. No, I'll jump into.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You send the lift down. You hop in before the doors close. You set the other lifts to be accessible from the ground and floor 5, so that people can ferry themselves out. And just as a final fuck you open the ground floor doors to let people in from downstairs. Because why the hell not have backup if you can save the day just in time for them to arrive? And yeah, you take the lift down to the first floor. And yeah, as you roll on down, you know, Horace and Alphonse still lay there like, please, please don't kill us. What the fuck are you guys doing? You can't do this. Grigor and the Red Sun, you can't fuck with these people. Like, you know, we were relatively well paid, but, you know, these guys down here are hot badasses. And yes, at that point, where they just keep making you go, huh, they said they're badasses. The doors start opening.
Right, let's level up our badass ranks.
Yeah. Exactly.
I'm going to walk my corpse out like a puppet, like going da 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 da.
Okay, you're starting to do that at the opening doors.
I'm having my pistol out, drawing a bead on anyone who's aiming a gun at us.
Yeah, unfortunately, Cuss has decided to walk to the front, waltzing with his corpse. So, unfortunately, there's a gigantic man in the way of the doors now. So anything you would have been able to see, now only Cuss can see. As the doors open, you notice this is a very, very large space, easily sort of 400 meters across. It's a very, very big place. You could have athletic meets in here. It's a big, big fucking space. And currently, you've got You've got like quite well dressed like table dressing like over on one side. You've got like a string quartet in one corner, like starting to just trying to keep people calm, like the Titanic. Play the music, keep people calm. And you have tables of people with badasses with submachine guns strolling around, just keeping an eye on everyone. And at the high table, you've got a bunch of people like handcuffed. Like, you recognise the mayor because he was there when you were retired. He handed you your watch and shook your hand and told you to fuck off.
You must be well pleased to see us coming out of the elevators.
Yeah.
Having a bunch of conversations. We're here to save you. We're here to save you, Mayor. Pop up.
Yeah. You notice like almost everyone is looking through the glass floor at the police, who are like, you now realise, are just congregating around the foot of the dial.
Is it glass floor?
Yeah.
How thick? Is it like ridiculously thick? Or?
Oh yeah. It's perfectly safe, but you don't believe that.
Is it
Can I see it?
superhero like shootable through, like dropping with their doom kind of thickness? Because that could be hilarious.
Give it a try.
Can they see through the glass floor?
Yes.
Awesome. I'm going to take my corpse and I'm going to moon them with the corpse.
Excellent. Yes. There are at least 8 ridiculously well-armed badasses in here. Well, you notice as you try and plant a corpse on the floor with its arse out. But currently none of you but Cuss can see this because Cuss is standing the goddamn way.
Have you moseyed on through the door out the way yet, Cuss?
That's the thing. I'm giving you the freeze frame. Like this is what's here.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right now.
Cuss has moved out of the way.
Okay, I'm gonna take a looking at these guys. Are there any grouping of them on any of these glass panels, like 2 or more of these guys?
No, they're spread out around a very large area.
Okay, in that case, I guess I'll just see the nearest guy and take a shot at him.
Just a moment. I need to allocate these guys' names again because I pre-generated names and then I ended up using them for everyone else. So yeah, you're going to shoot at Boris.
Different Boris.
He's the closest one to you at the moment. He appears to be carrying like a big submachine gunny thing.
Is he? Is he holding it in his right or left hand?
It's a submachine gun, holding it in both hands.
Okay. The trigger hand, is he holding the trigger in his right or left hand?
He's holding it in his left.
Okay, I'm going to try and shoot for his left arm, like the shoulder area.
Okay.
Because basically I want to disable his ability to shoot people without necessarily killing him. If he dies, then that's fair enough, I don't care. But, my intention is to disarm the guy. I'm going to use my last legendary point to redo that, and okay, that didn't go as well as it could have done. So that's a legendary rerolled botch.
Fucking hell. Okay.
I rolled a 1 and was like, "That's crap. I'll re-roll that botch."
Okay. Yeah. You fire at Boris directly into the crowd of
Oh god!
of hostages.
I take the screaming woman down. The mayor! I clipped the mayor.
You hit the bullet tears through 2 hostages at one of the lower tables. One just gets winged through the shoulder. It's a proper through and through, little flesh woundy thing. The other one catches it in the hip. As the bullet makes its way to the floor and spins to the floor screaming, and it's an impressively large woman with a real set of lungs on her. Yeah. She crashed to the floor. It's an older woman as well, so it's probably oh god, why? Some very well dressed younger gentleman who seems to have been coming with her, stands over, just sort of, he grips off his cummerbund and tries to use it to apply pressure. Don't worry, Granny. I'll save you.
Cuss is going to try and create a distraction.
Another one.
You mean on top of the dancing corpse?
Yeah.
So he's going to grab the corpse that he's got. He's going to grab one leg and one arm, and it's a bit like doing a shot put. He's going to like spin around in a circle and throw it into the band.
The band is like 200 meters away that way.
So he'll try.
You would have to properly throw.
Go for it. Do it. Do
Throw the
it.
body
Do it.
That's some kind of glitchy game physics there. The body goes,
Yeah, that's like a proper like early
Do it. If
early
you've got legendary points, You've got
Giant
legendary
club,
points.
yeah.
Do it. Do it.
Yeah.
Go on. Do it.
Can I burn 2 legendary points?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
I'm
can burn
going to
2
give
and
you
make
my
it
other
happen.
legendary point for this.
If he burns 2, he says he does it. So we
Yeah.
have to give him.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. So let's do it. I've done it.
Okay. Yeah, you burn 2, you make it happen. Who are you throwing?
The corpse that I had
Jim.
in my.
Did you have Jim or unnamed corpse?
Was it Massa?
Just a case of whether they're holding a gun at the time. It's for
I've got the unnamed corpse.
Okay, yeah. So you throw Jim across the room. Like he crashes into a table like a handful of meters away, and slides off of it. Like he's got a lot of force on the throw, if not a very good arc. And he gets wrapped in tablecloth and slides the rest of the way. It's kind of gruesome. There's like a big blood smear. The police can see it from downstairs. It's like this like do-it-yourself at home mummy, like trailing blood slides like 190 meters across the floor. This glass floor.
They're like, which ones are the terrorists? We don't know.
Yeah, it hits the base of the stage, and like the shit like the shit like fiberboard they've made this like stage out of just crumbles away under the impact, and all of the musicians just fall. You just pour musicians onto corpse. Apply musicians liberally to corpse.
Do we see this Gregor dude? Like from description, can we see him anywhere?
Yeah, he's over by the mayor.
Cool. How far away is he from me? How much carnage is there currently on the floor?
Well, you currently have 8 people. Well, not including Gregor. You currently have 8 people, not including Gregor, attempting to control like a couple of hundred panicking hostages because you've just shot a couple. The terrorists hadn't done that yet. Well done.
We'll blame the terrorists. It was this guy in the left with us. We couldn't
All
control him.
In that case, I'm going to assume that there is like at least some blood on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to. I'm going to look
blood
at.
surf.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I'm going to look at Tank. It's like, do you mind if I borrow a pistol and you give me a bit of a shove?
Sorry, could you say that again?
Can I borrow one of your pistols and you can give me a bit of a shove?
Yeah. I've got Fred and Barney. I'm going to throw Barney over to you.
I'll catch Barney. I'm going to back up. And I'm just going to run, and as soon as I see the blood, I'm just going to drop on knees and hope that she's going to give me enough of a push that I can just surf all the way there, firing my gun. Like, I'm going to empty the goddamn clips into this guy.
Gregor.
Fuck Boris. Yeah, fuck Gregor. Yeah, just like...
Okay.
No, I botched.
Yeah.
Shouting.
So you're also going to attempt to slide like 200 meters on your knees.
Oh, no.
Through, like,
You're
hundreds of panicking guests.
You're doing this. I want to be firing the whole way. So when I end up just near him,
That's what I mean.
that's when I want to be running out of ammo. Because that is
Oh,
the perfect
Jesus
time
Christ.
to run out of ammo.
Basically, you're going to expend 40 bullets in the pursuit of sliding across this 200-meter gap.
Yep. And I'm only aiming them at Gregor. Like, pat,
With that
pat,
many
pat, pat.
rounds, it doesn't matter how many civilians get in the way, you'll still be able to power through them.
As we know, we are not worried about collateral damage as this group.
Yeah, collateral damage is like still in. Still
Okay,
in
I have a way of handling this.
Uh-oh.
Everyone who isn't blood, roll a d10.
I feel worried now.
5.
9.
9.
7.
Right. Jesus God. Okay. Okay. Now I shall roll my d10. That's That's amazing. Right. Bam. You have shot 30 civilians.
How many did you say there were hundreds?
There are hundreds of panicking
Oh,
civilians.
that's fine. That's less
You
than
have shot-
30%. Yeah.
You have shot 30 civilians. 2 of your shots have gone in Gregor's direction, having cleared the crowds out a little. Roll 2 attacks
down
on
the
Gregor.
herd. They should have got down when they heard the
So
first
do I
shot.
need to roll 2 separate attacks for it?
Yeah. Roll 2 separate attacks on Gregor.
Alright, the first one's going to be legendary, using my last legendary point.
No, it's not using your last legendary point, because you definitely just gained one.
Oh, I just gained one. Okay.
Yes, you
I'm going to
definitely
add
just
a
gained
legendary point to each of these rolls. So the first one.
one. Jeez.
Holy shit. Holy shit. Holy shit.
Legendary crit was that?
Yes.
Nice.
The first one is a legendary crit, and the second one
Nice.
was a 2. So adding my... let me just check that.
Do you have enough health to make this good?
Oh, of course I do. So currently I'm on 9, plus the legendary makes it 11, and I will burn 9 hit points to make it 20. Because if I end up with more than 1 hit point at the end of this game, I'm going to be really disappointed. So I have a crit and a 20.
One of these avenging civilians is gonna like throw a shoe at you or something to finish you off.
Jesus God. You're basically killing yourself. Okay.
No,
Yeah.
I have 2 hit points left.
Yeah.
Because I didn't need to make it a 21, because that's silly.
Yes. Okay.
Would you like me to roll some damage?
That's a really point.
You know what? I'll do it.
Okay, alright, go for it. Go for it.
You do it too. Let's see.
Okay, I won't. I'll assume that you're doing whatever it is because I crit in both cases and legendarily crit. That's 21 damage.
Yeah. So yeah, you hit Gregor for a combined 37. Yeah, he takes one in the shoulder and like flies against the back, like the window, and like the glass starts to crack, and then like the other one like nails him straight in the forehead, and his head just slaps back against the window. It shatters and he falls out. Meanwhile, the mayor's just standing there like,
I'm just gonna look up at him.
directly over his shoulder.
I'm just gonna look up at him and like,
Yeah.
shoot the fires now, shoot your boss.
In the trail of dead civilians, he made it across.
No, I've shot the civilians. He never said I killed them. And it's too late to change that now, so I've shot civilians,
Yeah.
I've not killed them.
Yeah, you may have mortally wounded at least like 30%, but
No, I've shot 30 civilians, they're not dead.
yeah, I'm not saying necessarily dead.
Shots are going to be like one-shot kills.
Yeah,
These are civilians.
yeah. At this point, the doors from the stairs like just burst open, and like SWAT guys tear in. It turns out they were the other side waiting for something to happen, like waiting to get the go, and just like there's literally just been like 40 shots. And it's like, holy shit!
Like, sorry guys, Bravo team's got this.
Okay, you standing there and doing it. Okay, you stand there like, it's okay. Bravo team's got it. They bundle you to the ground. They handcuff you. Someone tasers you.
I'm gonna put my hand up to the mayor's like, give me a hand, pull me up.
Alright, I'm going to try and avoid these guys that have just run through the door, and I'm going to try and like run across the tables that you said were like going or in. I'm going to run towards the mayor because he clearly was involved in firing us. So I'm going to get my revenge now.
Yes.
With my Fred gun, which I still have left.
You could just shoot the mayor.
Yes, I am.
Okay, yeah. You jump up
I'm
on
going down anyway.
Yeah, you jump up on the tables. Some of the SWAT guys like take a bead on you, and they crit. going out in a blaze of glory. Apparently, that's gonna be fucking hilarious. God damn, that's 16 damage.
Oh shit. I might have just died.
What's your hit points?
11.
Is that what was remaining?
That was what was remaining.
Okay, so you'd be down to -5.
Yes.
Yeah, so you're fine. You got another 5 to go.
She
I've got another 5 to go. Okay.
You collapse like face down, like unconscious among the panicking civilians. They may trample you to death in a few moments.
Hang on, how many legend points do you have left?
1.
I will give you my 1 and say that you shot before you went unconscious.
Cool. Okay, so I'm going to shoot the mayor before I fall to the ground.
Hey,
I'm now out.
the mayor catches one in the chest. The police have just watched you assassinate the mayor. That's not going to bode well for Bravo Squad.
I'm dying anyway.
Cuss is gonna laugh quite heavily and start clapping and cheering.
Yeah, there's just like at this point, there's tons of SWAT guys just pouring in. Like there's like 12 of them standing around Cuss, just like, "Will you comply? Like surrender." You're just standing there like clapping and laughing, like, "Oh!" Like a
I'm
sort
gonna whack them with my gun.
Oh, God damn. Okay, so yeah, Gregor's dead, the mayor's dead. At this point, the scene, like the camera pans out at the smoking ruin that was the dial, because you've just shot everything, killed every goddamn one. Yeah, basically the police tear in. Like, it turns out that basically like Trip and Dusk are the only survivors because Dusk got arrested early and Trip didn't leave the lift.
I haven't done anything. I'm on the ground.
You
I
shot 30 civilians.
I put my guns down.
We
I'm
have
out of ammo.
150 witnesses
I am out of ammo.
because you shot all of the witnesses.
Yeah. You killed 200 civilians. No,
Yeah, but they're not going to shoot me. I clearly have no ammo left.
To be fair,
Hey,
civilians
you've got a gun! Gun!
Yeah.
My gun's down.
Yeah. Right. Yes. Everyone but Dusk and Trip is gunned down or arrested. Screw it. Let's say they eventually managed to drag Lucas down. Just in force of bodies. Yeah. Unfortunately, the psychopathic ladies who run around murdering people and playing view of the public just didn't make it out. Yeah. Subsequently, in the trial, Trip says that he didn't know anything that was going on. He says that he was being coerced. Sonny just says he was doing what he thought was best. Lucas tries to punch the judge. Okay. You get sent to jail for life and possibly a sequel. That's that.
Oh, brilliant.
Thank you
Hang
for
on.
destroying the dial.
Yeah.
Well played there, Thirsty. Well played.
That was awesome.
Funny.
I'm actually going to stop this jazz. He's driving me up the fucking wall. Wow, that was an intensely hilarious game. Well played.
That was definitely not how I was expecting the session to end.
That is exactly how I expected the session to end.
Going out in a blaze of civilians.
Yeah.
That's not quite how we planned it.
Yeah, it's like, I've got 40 shots in here, 30 of them found home in civilians, 2 of them in Gregor. Like,
But
this
he
is why
died.
you don't try skidding across the ground on your knees, firing pistols madly into a crowded hostage.
I was aiming them at Gregor. I mean, come on.
You weren't aiming very well at Gregor.
Apparently not, no.
I especially like the fact that you didn't take out any of the thugs. Any of the heavily armed thugs on that floor. So
I
the police
tried.
burst in, the thugs just dropped their guns and were like, "Oh yeah, we were working security."
Oh man. Alright. Let's handle the wrap out because we are so overrun this week. Worth it though, so funny. Okay, let's start with Tech Puppet. Who are you? Where can we find you? Take on the game.
I am Tech Puppet. You can find me at tech_BTP on Twitters, on bloodthirstypuppets.co.uk and gvstudios.co.uk. And yeah, that was a very random and very fun encounter. I enjoyed ripping off Die Hard references and just generally causing havoc and mayhem.
That was intently awesome. Down to one of our 2 guests, who, by the way, thank you guys so much. I literally sent a message to 30 minutes in. Is like, I want to keep them both. I want to keep them. Can we have them? All right. So Roastie, can we find you online anywhere? What did you think of the game?
I don't have a big online presence. I kind of keep myself to myself. No, I really enjoyed that. It was quite an eye opener. And yeah, lots of favourite 80s action movie references in there. I was kind of looking forward to throwing a table out the window to get the police's attention, but didn't happen.
That's true. Oh, thank you so much for coming. You're an absolute hoot and a riot. On to Spanners.
Cool. I'm on Twitter. I'm Worthing Webb. That was so much fun. That was just so much fun. I love just kind of throwing everything, apparently, and riding tables.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for inviting us.
You're most welcome. I think we definitely unanimously would say we'd so have you back again, because you guys are an absolute hoot, an absolute riot, and even though you guys said that you haven't role-played in a while, that was just ridiculous. Thank you so much for coming on. So again, a little round of applause. On to Corone.
Yes, it's Corone. You can find me on Twitter at Corone_BTP. You can also find information about my films at the web address jqs.org.uk. Where else can you find me? You can find me in a couple of hours with Blood, which is 10 a.m. GMT, when we're going to be playing November's Puppet gameplay. And to open, we're going to be playing this little beast, the SNES Mini, and 3 games that will be featuring is Super Mario Kart and Street Fighter 2 Turbo, but we will also be playing Super Bomberman.
Yes.
Those 3 games, good challenges to be had, and who will be victorious? Tune in tomorrow to find out.
Bomberman's there, it's going to be me, let's be honest.
I've seen you play Bomberman, it's not going to be you.
It's going to be me, shut your face. So, almost last and probably least, Thirsty?
Yeah, I'm still thirsty. I thought the game was great. You can find me on Twitter at thirsty_BTP. You can find me on bloodthirstypuppets.co.uk. You can find me on B&B Tavern every other Thursday on Baylor's Blades. You can find me at the moment on The Beyond, on Skagath's channel on Sundays, and other things will happen at times.
Things are happening. Keep an eye on the Twitter.
Yes.
Cool. For my part, you can find me on Twitter at blood_BTP. The website bloodthirstypuppets.co.uk, where we put articles and things up, and things are moving on the website, so go check that out. All the races for Space have been updated today. So yeah, I know. Tell me about it. I finally just stuck some pictures in and just went with it. Yeah, so go check that out for actually our system, the Spice system, which is what we were playing today. Thank you again to our guests. Thank you to Kevin MacLeod and Compotech.com for all the free music that you heard, and I apologise wholeheartedly for the jazz. I was going to stop it, but then Rethick said he hated it, so naturally you have to play it after that point. I want to say big thank you to the various followers that decided to join the Puppet Playhouse today, so thank you guys for that. Thank you for any raids and hosts that I may have missed. You can find the next thing that's happening on the Bloodthirsty Puppets Twitch is we have Puppet gameplay tomorrow at 10 a.m. GMT. We also have World of Kiostos, which is 2:30 Sunday morning GMT, which is Dungeons and Dragons with my friend Arch. And then you can find me pretty much, go over to Skag Nation. I'm there 3 days in a row. I'm there Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday for some amazing games. But not this Tuesday because I'm out sick. Anything else to shout out quickly? New episode of TLD came out, and the new episode of The White Vault is coming out, so check my Twitter for links for those. Other than that, is there anything anybody would like to shout into the void? Nope. Excellent. In that case, drink up, time at the bar, bitches, and we'll see you in another time. Good night.
No.
All right.